Don't yell. Don't let anyone know we're here. Welcome to the live stream in the Fashion Bunker. We're in the dungeons of the Fashion Bunker. Actually, you guys, we have traveled back in time. We are in the medieval times, yet again. And we're going to dig ourselves out of this shit. It's just going to take a while. How long that's going to take? A couple of years at least. But here we are, stuck in the darkness. Yet again. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Stephanie M. Hi, Saya, Liz M. Please send fruit gummy. Debbie, Kev, Joy Love C, Nectarine Man, Polyhesta. Hi, everybody. Who else is there? DMT and Melanie Rice, Teresa McGuire, Siobhan, Andrea Myers, Rich Kidding. Hi, everybody. Miss Nicole, Robbie Lorraine, KS. Missed you. Missed you too, guys. Thumb up the live stream. And I have been missing in action. It's been a struggle this past week, health-wise, but all the details on what happened in the pre-show. So I will be sharing all those details in the upcoming pre-show on the weekend. So if you are a Tier 2 member or a Tier 2 patron, be sure to tune in on the weekend and we're going to talk all private stuff. But for now, here we are in the dungeons of the bunker. Judice Montana, this look is everything. Hey, sweetie. Liz, AC Williams, love your look today. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. So, my voice seems to be coming and going. Smurfette, how's it going? Diva Budget. Hey, hi, guys. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to the medieval times. It is a new season. What can I say? It's a new season. Yeah, definitely a new season. Hi, Thomas Tallhammer. You know, how's everybody's week been? How have these past 7 days been for you guys? You know, it's been a doozy. Did fashion stop? Well, kind of it did, because, Debbie doubled her antidepressant. Hi, Nyla's Closet. Hi from Qatar. Season 6 of The Handmaid's Tale, says Murphy. Yes. Yes. Merch Helen says it's been tiring. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Yeah. Jenna Jean-Baptiste says, good evening, everyone. Big hug, everyone, and have some wine. Yeah, well, I'm glad it's almost over, says Judice. That the week is almost over. Yeah. Kev says roller coaster ride. Oh my God. Has it ever been a roller coaster ride? So has fashion stopped in this past week? Well, I've been looking through the news, fashion news. It's not like Saya says there's not enough bags of wine for this place. For some reason, I have both a beer and a coffee. Gummy, you're going through it. We're going to need an emotional support system for sure. But I feel like a bulldozer ran over me. And literally, it was such a strong hit that I've been sent back into time. And I am in the Middle Ages. Look at me. I'm trying to get out of this frickin' tunnel. And I keep losing myself. And I'm like, how did I end here? How did I end up here? How did I get here? All I know is there's a couple of assholes running after me. And I have to keep hiding and running from them. So it's a bit tricky. But we're going to try to get through this today. You know, every live stream is going to be, from now on, a little bit suspenseful and, well, dangerous, you know. Dangerous times up ahead. I'm telling you, in the Middle Ages, Things are not what they appear. Kev says Marc Jacobs masquerading as Anna Wintour, groundbreaking. Yeah, that happened. We've seen Marc Jacobs. That was so okay. Kev, can we talk about this for a second? Marc Jacobs was the guest star co-editor of Vogue December issue. And they filmed him, Hi Tiny Dirt Potato. They filmed him and Anna Wintour. They just filmed like the highlights of them working on the edition of Vogue. And I'm like, who gives a frickin' F anymore? Seriously. And then his stupid photos of glitzy fat. Who gives an F, Mark? Nobody. I don't care about a Nepo baby, as gorgeous as she is. I don't care about a Nepo baby on the cover of Vogue. I don't care about licking each other's assholes and just saying like, oh my God, Cindy Crawford's daughter is so beautiful. She's on the cover of Vogue. Oh my God, I'm so tired. And those boring clothes and the boring polished photo shoot and the boring clean look and the boring look at me. You can never be like me. I am perfect. I'm wearing the perfect clothes you will never be able to afford. I'm having the makeup done by people you'll never be able to. Who did the makeup? What's her name? The one who did the Galliano Margiela makeup. Yeah, I forgot her name. Whatever. Also overrated. Yeah, Pat McGrath. Pat McGrath, and you'll never be able to afford Pat McGrath makeup and this and that, la 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 la. I'm like, girl. And then he's like standing there with Anna Wintour. They're going through the pages of their highly polished bullshit. And then she's like, yeah, but I don't like this one. He's like, yeah, okay. And I don't want to compromise. So let's just take this photo out completely. And like, she doesn't let go of control. He knows he has to play the game with her. It's yet another boring issue of Vogue. That's what it is. That's what it is. Gummy says, I saw some Pat McGrath eyeshadow at Ross today. Shaban says, phew, I think I can watch this now without an issue. What issue, Shaban? What are you talking about? Here's the thing. I did for a second think about this. I don't know why the things are not popping up, but I saw that Louis sent tier 147 super chat. Darling, fashion bags and shit. Exactly. Here's the thing. I did think about this when I saw that video of Marc Jacobs being the guest star editor at Vogue. And I thought, you see, what a missed opportunity. What a missed opportunity. Wait, what do you mean, you guys? You're shutting it all down? Is there some buffering issues? They had buffering. Thumb up the live stream. Thank you. Thumb up the live stream. Okay, so I don't know. On my end, it doesn't seem to be buffering. Debbie says not for me. No, all good here. Okay. So I did think to myself, what a missed opportunity. Marc Jacobs did not rise to the occasion, and the only comment he left was, yeah, the dancing scene. I wanted to photograph fashion in a club. Who cares? It's been done a gazillion times before. And I don't know. It depends on the outcome of the election. Is that party scene going to be seen as something good or something bad? Here's the thing. Marc Jacobs, Mr. Rich Marc Jacobs living in a mansion, and Miss Rich Anna Wintour living in another mansion. Both of you have absolutely no idea what it is for the real person. Both of you have lost touch with any leftover crumb of reality. Lost it. You're making a glitzy magazine for the elite. That's what you're doing. It's not relatable. It's not likable. It's not wishable from a person like me. So here's what I was thinking. Had I been given the opportunity to do an issue of Vogue America, not Vogue UK or Vogue Italy or whatever. Vogue America, the December issue. This is what I would have done. Nectarine said, I canceled my Vogue sub last week. I nor any of my team were even skimming it anymore. No, good for you, because it's unnecessary. That magazine is unnecessary. The people running that magazine are unnecessary. They're just parasites. Everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged, just my opinion. Had I been given editorial freedom over Vogue America for December, the entire magazine would have been photos of, we're talking hardcore poverty, Middle America, North America, South America, photos of people cooking whatever they have left over in cans, canned food in their kitchen, wearing the same t-shirt since 2 weeks, unwashed, not being able to afford to send kids to school. And the ones who have alcohol issues, they can't even afford to buy the alcohol anymore. So they're not even drunk anymore. The father isn't even drunk anymore on the sofa. He's just laying on the sofa because he has nothing else to do. Photos of dogs starving, attached, latched on, leashed on to the side of the house. Trucks falling apart. Cars rusting. People scraping literally the barrel for whatever leftover food there is. That's Vogue. You know why that's Vogue? Because that's fashion. Vogue is fashion. And you know what fashion is? Fashion is what is trending. So you can sit there, Anna Wintour and Marc Jacobs, and you can think about, oh, you know, but we are the elite, so this is fashion for us. Yeah, but no, no. That's not fashion. That is your choice, what you want for yourself, but that's a choice that you've made for yourself. That's not fashion. Fashion is what is massively going on out there. And if you as a magazine are in touch with what is fashionable at the moment, with what is really fashion, then you go into the slums, you go into the dirt, and you find that fashion and you photograph it. You don't photograph and show in your magazine just the products of those brands who nobody wants anymore, by the way, who are paying you hundreds of thousands of dollars every month to photograph their fashions in your magazine. So you're constructing what we, the readers, are supposed to perceive as fashion. But that's where you lost touch. We are no longer looking at Vogue thinking, oh, that is the upcoming fashion. Oh, that is the fashion. Oh, that is tapping into the nerve and the zeitgeist of the time. No. When I look at Vogue today, I just see complete lack of fashion, absence of fashion. Vogue is a remnant, it's a relic, it's a derelict, it's a futile, useless, obsolete piece of garbage from decades ago. from the 90s, from the 80s. And they're living in their bubble and they have the money to be able to afford to live in their bubble, but that's not fashion. That's not fashion. On a cover of a magazine, a Nepo baby, Cindy Crawford's daughter. On the cover of Vogue should be a starving family somewhere in the Mid-East, North, South. Starving, yeah. That's what should be on the cover, because that's fashion. There you go. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Jedi Monkey. Sam Andy says, is it really Vogue's responsibility to be politically in touch? Did I ever mention the word politics? Sam? No, I haven't. I didn't mention it. It's Vogue's responsibility to tap into fashion. That's fashion currently. That's fashion. So if they're not tapping into that, then they're not Vogue. Now, Nectarine Man says, I think they should present a fantasy from time to time too, but they overdo it. Editorial's boring, articles no insight. It's a rag now, sadly. Now, here's the thing, Nectarine Man. With the fantasy, yes, I agree with you fully, wholeheartedly on the fantasy. But we have to have a serious conversation about what is fantasy within fashion. Because Vogue has been doing the same fantasy for the past 30 years. It's the same idea of unapproachable, unattainable, unreachable, hyper-polished, hyper-glossy, hyper-retouched, hyper-airbrushed beauty. Dictated by the beauty industry, by the way. That same beauty industry that's telling you which plastic surgeries you have to have, which forms of medications you need to take in order to stay skinny, which form of pills you need to ingest, which form of creams, serums, injections you need to take to stay, by, according to the industry standard, beautiful and youthful. Those are the same people fueling into the ideal that Vogue represents to us of what is fantasy. That fantasy becomes reality if you can afford it, but only the very few rich elite can afford it. But Vogue perpetuates this image of this form of unattainable beauty, a standard that they have set with the industry as a standard, mind you. That hasn't been the standard before our, call it, technological revolution era. If we go back, way back, okay, before even photography was invented, the standards of beauty were very different, okay? Just go to a museum, take a stroll down museum history memory lane, and you're going to see the standards of beauty morphing, shifting, changing from decade to decade, from epoch to epoch. And there were times where what was beautiful is not beautiful today. Mind you, since we're in the medieval times, okay, since we're in the Middle Ages now, mind you, somewhere around the Middle Ages, syphilis was imported into Europe from the Americas. Look into it. Syphilis used to be a mild skin rash, but of course the church doesn't allow anybody in Europe to live the life that they want to live, so you got to dress up and this and that. So obviously a normal skin rash that natives of Southern America in the Middle Ages would just get as kids as a skin rash on their skin. It was a skin disease. Well, that has passed on to the genital area because now the only way the virus can find a way to leach onto the body is through the genitals, because human beings in this medieval Europe do not have physical contact other than once they're in bed with each other. That's how syphilis then found its way from the skin all the way to the genitals. Once it hit the genitals, it hit the bloodstream. As it hit the bloodstream, that's when the disease became deadly. That's when it became deadly. And this is what I'm telling you guys. Please follow me here. We are on a tangent. Follow me. Once syphilis hit European populations, including the priests, honey, and we have proof because, of course, archaeologists have dug out the bones of those assholes and have found out that their bones were completely ravaged by syphilis because the last stage of syphilis, it goes and eats up your bones. So those holy priests that were never allowed to do anything sexual in their life were the first to contract said diseases as they were sent over to South America to teach the world and change and switch the world to Catholicism, that religion that was supposed to save the world and now it's killing everyone. Interesting, isn't it? So here we are, people with syphilis. Back in the day, there were no antibiotics. There wasn't even a notion of what a virus was, let alone a cure for a virus. They had no clue about viruses. They had no clue about bacteria. So, but what happens once syphilis hit the bloodstream? Well, it developed in 3 stages. You know, the 3 stages of syphilis. You get the skin rash that goes away. Sometimes it comes back again, then it goes away again. Then it starts affecting the genital area. You get a rash there. Then that goes away again. And then the 3rd stage, it affects the brain. And once it hits the brain, there's no going back. You can't cure it anymore. But it also makes limbs, extremities of your body fall off. That's another one of the phases and stages of syphilis. So in our time here, where we are right now, yes, we are back in the Middle Ages, people. As gentle ladies and gentlemen would go to parties in the evenings, there was no electricity. Everything was lit by candles. And they were very, very cautious to light those rooms very dimly. Because you don't want to see a face that's missing an ear. You don't want to see a face that's missing a nose. Why? Because the nose fell off. The nose fell off. Because the person whose nose fell off has syphilis. So the fashion evolved. Oh yeah. Fashion evolves out of need. So jewelry makers started making silver body extremities to cover up the lack of body parts that are falling off. So you would have people going to parties with a metal silver nose. People going to parties with a silver attached earlobe. People were going to these gatherings with certain parts of their face that were completely gone because of this virus. They were covered up with silver. Go to a museum, check out some of those jewelry pieces that have survived the ages. That's fashion. So you see, fashion, jewelry in that case, was born out of the necessity of a disease so powerful that it took over humanity. Vogue should learn from that because that's fashion. Not selling some fantasy of some Nepo baby on the cover wearing Marc Jacobs clothes that look so uncomfortable. It looks uncomfortable just looking at it, let alone wearing those, unproportionate, playing with proportions clothes. It's all brain masturbation, you guys, of the rich. That's what it is. Now, high forehead as a sign of beauty during the Renaissance, for example. Here's another one for you. In our times, people need a different, so people are fed a different approach to what is beautiful and what is not. Your forehead cannot be too big. They will make fun of you. They're going to call you waterhead, elephant head. Your forehead can't be too small because they're going to call you a caveman. You have to have that medium-sized forehead. Well, in Renaissance times, really large foreheads were the rage. Everybody wanted to have huge foreheads. Huge, tall, long foreheads were considered the height of beauty in Renaissance times. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? So here we are now. I think we are really at a point where we gotta stop and we're here. We're in the Middle Ages and we gotta start anew. I don't know where we went wrong, but we went wrong many times over and over and over again. And we have hit the wall so many times. Now we are back at ground zero. Zero. And we got to start building again. But we're idiots because we have no education. So what's going to happen to us? We're just going to make the same mistakes all over again. So me as the 237-year-old vampire that I am, I'm going to be sitting on this godforsaken planet 200 years from now, making the same exact video again. Yeah, because it's useless. You see, it's useless. You're going to have a few intelligent people trying to make things better, but then it's not going to work. It's not going to work because the masses, they're manipulable. It's easy to manipulate them. It's easy. It's very easy to make a dumb person do what you want him to do. And there's a lot of dumb going around. There's a lot of dumb going around. Kyle says, I've never caught you live. Oh my God, great to be here. Hey, Kyle, welcome to the live stream. People have been dumbed down, says Murfed. Totally. C says, we went wrong as soon as we decided to throw formal education and reading in the trash. Yeah. We'd need to rediscover fire in another 200 years. Kev, I would not be surprised. If you asked any youth today how to start a fire, do you think people know how to start a fire from scratch? Do you really think that the majority of people living in cities even know how to start a fire if they are in nature? And I'm saying you don't have a match, you don't have a lighter, like you are in nature, okay, with no matches, no lighter, and you got to start a fire. You think they would be capable? I would give them tops 24 hours and they're goners, baby. Bubbles learned to make fire. Look at that. We have moving back screens now. Isn't that fabulous? Hi, Jordan Camacho. How's it going, sweetie? Corey says yes, because Queen Elizabeth wore her wig further back on her head. Yeah. There you go. Exactly, Shani. We'd mostly kick the bucket. We don't even know how to start a fire. Now, oh, Terry says, did my tip go through? Sorry, I was blabbering, Terry. So sorry, my bad. So we're going to do the notifications now. The notifications weren't going through because I was talking, but I'm done. That topic is now done. There you go, Terry. Thank you, my love.
Teresa McGuire donated $100. So happy you are back. We have both been through the ringer, but happy we had each other to cheer each other up. You are a great friend, heart.
Thank you so much, Terry. We are at a new boutique now. Middle Ages Chanel. This is where we're going shopping now. This is where the tips are going. I'm going to add Terry to the Middle Ages Chanel. Terry. There you go. Terry has been added to the Middle Ages tip. Terry's like, love the middle age. Yeah, that's where we are now, babes. It's the new season of the bunka. Who bought the last shopping bag? Kev. You know what? Nobody bought it. I think Anna Winter was gifted it by the Baconator. The Middle Ages was a disgusting time to live in. Yes, Elizu, it was. It was. Yes. It was. Although, of course, recent historical studies have unearthed that the Middle Ages also had a lot of advancement going on underneath the surface, and it wasn't all doom and gloom. I know, we are aware. But for the most part, it was a very difficult time to live in. A lot of poverty, and a lot of people lived in a lot of fear. Fear mongering from the elites and the people in power was the word du jour during the Middle Ages. Sanitary conditions were terrible, you know. Here's the bag, y'all. There it is. You want to be added to the Middle Ages Chanel Tippin bag like Terry? Scan the QR code as long as scanning is still available, or use the tip up above. Love in the background, Dacob. Thank you, Stanley. Debbie says, may we see what you are wearing? They were bad, but not as bad as the picture. So I am wearing a fantasy. There you go, Vogue. This is a Middle Ages. Sure, look at that. We are nocturnal, baby. Yeah. We are the witches that are living in dangerous times right now because, you know, they're hunting me. They're hunting me, Linda. They're hunting me, Linda. Over 200 people watching. Thumb up the live stream, y'all. I love the caller, says Elizu. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, CK. Kev says cute bat. Thank you. Debbie says very cool. Thank you. C says they had soap and public baths. That's lovely. They were bad, but not horrible, says C. Good evening, Dacob and everyone. Hi, Jen888. How's it going? So, thank you, Terry, so much. This is fabulous. Shani says, well, I've been officially welcomed to Middle Ages since the last time I've caught a live. So it's interesting that we're talking about the Middle Ages. Terry says, the call is straight out of the 16th century. Loves it. Oh, honey. We'll go, we'll go. We'll go, we'll go. Ladies, keep typing and using those computers as long as they don't take that right away from you. Enjoy, enjoy. We need a bib, Kev. I wonder if Virginie, when she left Chanel on the 5th of June, I wonder if she went somewhere far away and decided to, maybe she said, you know what, I'm good. I'm good, people. I'm done. I'm going to take my inheritance from Karl Lagerfeld and you know what? Bye. She was like, see ya. Don't want to be ya. Yeah, they need me to keep their computers and servers running, says C. Anyway, you guys. Courtesy of Naya Saya X Imani is the next picture I want to show you. Naya Saya X Imani from TikTok has found something at the has found something which we're going to film. Hold on a second. Oh, by the way, you guys. By the way, I have found a secret passage. Now, I have been dethroned from my rightful throne at the top of the fashion bunker. It's like Game of Thrones up in here at this point. So here's what happens. Some bad people came in. They've occupied the fashion bunker. I am now in the dungeon. But from time to time, they go out hunting for some fresh blood. When they go out hunting, I find my way up into the throne room of the fashion bunker. There was a coup, Kev. So now it seems like they have left for their hunt. So that means that we can go, I can take you up into the throne room. Do you want to see the throne room? Because that's where I want to film my videos. Because we still want to give the people watching the videos later the illusion that we are still in control. We want to give them the illusion that we are still the rightful kings and queens of the fashion bunker. So I'm going to take you up to the throne room. Let's film this topic, and hopefully we manage to film the topic before those bitches come back again. We have to find a way to fight back, you understand. We have to find a way to get them out of the castle so that we can rightfully take over the castle again. It's just really difficult. So let me I'm gonna go that way, and I'll be right back. I just have to go. I have to go to the other room. Okay, so I'll see you. I'll see you in the throne room. Pray for me that I don't get caught, because it's dangerous to make my way, from these dungeon tunnels all the way up to the top. See you there. If I make it there, don't be loud because they might hear you. There's a lot of guards around. Ah, I made it. Okay. Whew. Well, okay. So you see, time flies a little bit differently here. So what takes me like 30 minutes for you appears to be like 3 seconds. So finally, we're back in the fashion bunker, you guys. So this is my throne room. Lovely view. And really nice. It's a nice place to be, They have kicked me out of my own chambers, and now I am in the gutter. You understand. Kev says, oh, I want to live there. Sally says, oh my God, I love the room. Yes, yes, yes. I know. It's fabulous. Fabulous, darling. Michelle says, gorgeous room, Dacob. Oh my God, love it. Yes, this is the Middle Ages castle of the fashion bunker, and this is why you're one of my favorite creators, says Mrs. Free to me. Thank you, guys. The throne room it's fun. It's fun. So let's try to film this topic before they get me. Listen, Linda, listen, Linda. Let me quickly put on some more makeup so we can do our topic before they come back and and all shit goes down. Also, you know what really fits this vibe? Coromandel. Yeah, I'm going to, just spritz a little bit. Just a smidge. I just want to feel, oh yes. Oh yes. Ah. Okay. So I am centered. Let's do this, Linda. Wait, what's the name? Naya Saya Eximani. Do you remember that you could buy a real Birkin on the Walmart website? We've been talking about this a couple of months ago, and there have been several Birkins and Kellys for thousands of dollars from resellers trying to sell them on Walmart. And of course, we're worried. We were thinking, well, they can't be authentic. I mean, they were not directly sold by Walmart. They were sold by third parties on the Walmart website. The Walmart website functions a little bit like Amazon as well. You could, buy stuff that is sold and shipped by Amazon. You can buy stuff that is sold by third parties but shipped by Amazon, and you can buy stuff that is sold and shipped by third parties. Walmart kind of functions the same. Now, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. But here's the thing, Linda. Now the tables have turned. Now everything has switched. Magically, all of a sudden, it appears as though, well, we don't need to go online on the Walmart website or app to purchase said Birkins and Kellys from Hermes. No. Now all we need to do is actually just go to Walmart directly to purchase them, except, hold on a minute, there is a little, how to put it? Oh, don't you just love using those bougie-ass words? Caveat. Yes, there is one, and that would be that, well, the Birkins that they're selling at Walmart, as Birkin-y as they might appear to be, Birkins? They are not. But according to TikTokian Naya Saya Eximani, I'll post the link down below, check out what she found at Walmart. Thumb up the video while you're at it. Subscribe to my channel. Thumb up this video. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Gain access to extra perks, including special live streams exclusive to my Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons. You can also become a patron at Super Dacob, all spelled together, on Patreon. Also for said extra perks. Thank you to my members and patrons who have already pledged. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week, so come join me, come join the fun. And everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. So now you have had enough time to see this. Run and get y'all Birkins from Walmart, says Miss Naya Saya Eximani. C says, where are the feet on that bag? There are no feet on the bag. But, y'all, for like, what did she say these things cost? Like $50, $40, $50. They're not leather, they're pleather. But the color's cute. What do you guys think? Would you buy this if you saw it at Walmart? It's brand new. Workin, says Siobhan. The Workins. Birdkins, says Robbie. Firkins. Style says that is a bad fake. Yeah. So, would we buy it? Not mad at it, says Shani. Look for less in this economy. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I've been also thinking. And also what I've been thinking, so the article, which I also have here, states that nothing. Canary, this is a canary yellow Birkin 25 with satin gold hardware. It's hard to come by. I don't think this is a 25. Although, is it a 30? No, it looks a little bit bigger than a 25. Maybe it's a size that doesn't exist. Sourced from Cosette, says Kev, allegedly. Hell no, I don't do plastic, says C. Now, I would hard pass, says Francesca. Me too, says C. Palihesta says, I will, I don't care anymore. That color will rub off on your clothes, says C. Elizu says, sorry, just came back. Is that from Walmart? This is Walmart in the store. This is Walmart in store. Irina says, if someone can't afford a real thing but wants it, let them enjoy Walmart version. I don't see anything wrong with it. Don't forget that Hermes did not copyright the trapezoid shape of the bag. So technically, if it doesn't state Hermes here or anywhere, I don't think that Hermes has a copyright on the shape. So if this brand that's making these is not claiming that they are Hermes, I don't really know what sort of legal ground they would have to stop this from happening. However, the articles that have been written about this state that they have reached out to Hermes for commentary and they did not get the commentary, right? So it says, and this is from daily.com. Shopper is shocked at Walmart Birkin dupe since its launch in the 80s. Okay, they're talking about blah, blah, blah. Imani gave viewers a glimpse of her latest Walmart find, one that's got a striking resemblance to a Birkin. The video has since gotten 1.7 million views. So she says, I don't mind wearing fake stuff, but y'all, why I am at Walmart and I see this? She begins. Setting up her camera to get a better look, she picks up the bag. They can't tell me nothing. She adds as she goes to pick it up. With the bag now in her hand, it becomes clear that this find is giving off some serious Birkin vibes. It's got a yellowish color, resembling a canary Birkin with gold hardware. Why I'm here about to purchase a Birkin? She says in disbelief. Imani then shares a final message for her followers. Y'all better come get y'all one. And sorry guys, it keeps refreshing. Fake it until y'all make it, she says, though she admits I don't wear purses like this, but amen, to each his own. Viewers are impressed as well. In the comments, viewers were pleasantly surprised at the look of the bag. Why does it actually look real? Asked one user in disbelief. Another user says, grabs the keys. What other colors? They got, sis. Asked another. Somebody else said, wait, but a canary Birkin 25 with satin gold hardware is hard to come by, jokes a third. The Daily Dot has reached out to Imani via email and Instagram DM. They've also contacted Walmart and also Hermes, but they did not get an answer as of my filming this video. Looks like a 30, says Michelle. Like it could be a 30, right? It could be 30. Now, I agree with Imani, but also, you know what I think? What would be really interesting to do with this one? An art project. Uh-oh. But then, like, we might have issues like, what's his name? The artist who did the fur Birkins, the Firkins. What did he call them? Forgot the name. Firkins? The digital Birkins. What did he call those? NFT Birkins? I forgot. But anyway, so like let's say you take this and you print something on it or you paint something on it or you stitch something on it. Oh yeah, Meta Birkin. Thank you, Rich Kidding. The Meta Birkins. Or you stitch something to it. I have ideas. I have ideas what I would do to this to this fake, I have ideas what I would do to this bag. Like, Corey says fake in stock, like fake Birkenstock sandals got me through the 90s. Yeah, styled by Chrissy, right? Rock and roll patches and studs, right? I don't know. I mean, the advantages of having a dupe, you have room to decorate it or paint it to make it your own. Yeah, exactly. Kev says, grab it before Walmart starts offering it based on your purchase history. No, seriously though, that's what I would do. I mean, now, after the live stream is over, am I going to drive off to Walmart to have a look? I mean, nothing. I said nothing. Tyler says, I'd make a McDonald's themed Birkin, very Jeremy Scott. Oh, that's so fun. Yeah. Oh my God. Or French fries or something. I mean, or something more like Vivian Westwood-esque, like a statement on the bag, like, a form of protest of sorts, or you could use it for, like adding, I don't know, some form of slogan. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Why not? To each their own. Now, if Walmart got through the legal hurdles, did they really think about it? I don't know. But if Walmart got through the legal hurdles and got this in their shops without a problem, are there going to be repercussions now that this is in the open and these bags have gone viral on TikTok? Are there going to be repercussions? Is Hermes going to come for Walmart or for the manufacturer of these bags? Because I don't know who the manufacturer is. I haven't seen one of these in real life. So I don't know if this is one of Walmart's own brands or if it's a sourced brand that, just sells stuff to Walmart that then Walmart sells in their shops. I don't know. But either way, cheddar cheese, says Zavina, cheddar cheese. I mean, it's a fun bag to take while you're shopping for food at Walmart, There you go. I can think of several slogans, says Debbie. Me too, right? So, if you're going to Walmart, don't forget to buy a 12-pack of what is chaliwada? Oh, chaliwada. Chaliwada. No, yeah. Speaking of chaliwada, I got it right here, y'all. Let me take a sip. Chaliwada. IYKYK. If you guys don't know who are watching this video, go check out my live streams. We talk about the chaliwada. The whole lore of the chaliwada is explained there. Tyler says they don't sell walls there, they sell Birkin. Somebody call Paris. People have copied the look of the Birkin for decades, though. They have, haven't they? Although here's the twist. People have also been copying the infamous Chanel slingbacks. Without using the Chanel logo, mind you. And yet, somehow, it seems as though, perchance, sooner than later, there might be an end coming to the dupes, the legality of dupes. Dupes, not fakes, dupes. It seems as though these luxury brands, which are losing money, because the end of luxury is here, honey, their sales are dipping and diving without coming back up to the surface to catch some more air. And when they get desperate and start losing money that way, then they start coming for everybody. They start suing everybody. They try to get money everywhere they can. And it seems as though Chanel has been playing one of those games of cat and mouse. And it seems that they might have just won and set a precedent against the industry of dupes. So thumb up this video, leave your comment down below, and hop on over to the next video where I will be discussing the Chanel lawsuit against the slingback dupes. Until next time, thumb up this video, subscribe, and see you all in the next one. Love you loads, never give up on love. Bye. Mwah. And now for those of you lucky people, today's Charlie's birthday, says Liz. Oh, happy birthday, Charlie. Oh, how appropriate that I'm in my castle before the evil ones come back and I get to enjoy my room before I have to hide in the gutter again. Here's to Charlie and Camiller. Now, we're going to jump into the interesting second topic, and this is a true story, by the way. So this is fascinating. Here we are. I guess the bad people are not back yet, so I still get to stay here for a while in my throne room and enjoy what I used to have before it all crumbled to the ashes. Ugh. Charlie's a Scorpio like me. That explains a few things, says Shani. Interesting, right? Very, very interesting. Scorpios are lovely, very sexy, but do not infuriate a Scorpio. Do not cross a Scorpio because they will not stop until they get their revenge. Exactly. Shani's like, do not cross us. K. Fitzsimmons says, speaking of death of luxury, if you want a Dior holiday star, don't believe the hype at expensive that they don't have enough stars. Just go to Macy's. They said no one wants them. Oh, I don't want a Dior holiday star. So, but thank you. Okay, but thank you. So go to Macy's for your Dior holiday stars, y'all. Emotion Engine says holding grudges is a Scorpio's favorite hobby. It fuels them. It gives them life, the essence of life. You know, Scorpios are very emotionally intelligent. Says it is in it. K. Fitzsimmons says, but it is a sign of the death of luxury. That's all. Oh, for sure, Kay, for sure. Naked Eye says, yep, Macy's has them all. Now, let me jump into the second topic before those baboons come back. Marie Loum Bélanger says, I want cute bag charms. I am not too complicated these days. It's good for the wallet. Except, Marie, it might not be that good for the wallet, depending on the bag charm you want. But we're going to get to bag charms in a little bit in this show. We got bag charms to talk about in this live stream. So hold your horses. We're going to get to it. Yes, I've had a grudge for years. I'm better now, says Shani. Good for you. Free yourself from it. You don't need that bad zhuzh, you know. Up with quality, says C, and down with luxury. Hi, Azir. My ex is a Scorpio. It was wild. I've had a Scorpio in my life as well. Very, very difficult. Anyway. Hi, everybody. Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Chanel sues again and wins again. They have been on a winning streak, this time in Europe, not in America. Of course, we're worried. Who lost? The big man? The little man? Let's find out together. First, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Gain access to extra perks. You can also follow me on Patreon, Super Dacob, all spelled together there as well for extra perks. Thank you to my members and patrons who have already pledged. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week, so come join the fun and the chats. Everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. So, LuxuryTribune.com is reporting about Chanel winning its lawsuit against Jonac, or because it's a French brand, maybe they pronounce it as Jonac or Jonac. It's spelled Jonak. In a ruling landed down on October 16th, 2024, the French courts fined shoe brand Jonac for €180,000. And here you see the difference between America and Europe. For European standards, €180,000 is a huge deal. In America, it would have been a couple $1,000,000. But because it's Europe, it's €180,000, which is like round about $190,000. The sums are lower in Europe when it comes to these sorts of infringements. You know, that's also one of the reasons why in Europe people don't sue so easily. But here we go. They have been awarded €180,000 for parasitism on Chanel's famous slingbacks model. Now, let me show you a picture. Thumb up this video while you're at it, you guys. Let's get to 100,000 subbies. We're almost there. It's hard in the Middle Ages. We're living in these medieval times at the moment, you understand. It's really hard to reach those numbers. Humanity has been decimated. We went back in time, but we're trying to reach 100K. Subscribe. Let me show you pictures. So this is the Chanel slingback that we have all been accustomed to, more or less. If you're into fashion, you kind of know. Now, even though this slingback has not always been the shape of the Chanel slingback, the original first one had a kitten heel, but throughout the decades, it has morphed and evolved in different tweaks and styles, and the current version of the classic Chanel slingback will have a logo on the side of the heel, and it will have a thicker heel like you see there. It wasn't always this identical shape, but the infamous Chanel slingback is infamous because of its two-tone shoe color, not just beige and black. They would also do white and black. They even have ton sur ton. Sometimes you can even find slingbacks that are black on black, where the tip is either satin or tweed or in this case gros gras, and then the rest of the shoe body is leather. So even though they're both black, just because they're two different materials, they will reflect light differently. So there's a lot of different slingbacks. But now Chanel has basically sued in French court the French brand Jonac or Yonac, and was awarded €180,000. Emotion Engine says, are those the Jonac brothers? I see what you did there. Well, no, the company Jonac has apparently been around since the 60s. So it's not your random brand that just now kind of came to the market and is copying Chanel shoes. They've been around since the 60s. So technically they've been around since the time when Coco Chanel herself was alive. And the Paris Court of Appeal has delivered its verdict. Jonac is guilty of unfair competition against luxury giant Chanel. The shoe brand owned for 3 generations by the Nakam family is guilty of parasitism. Oh, those parasites. Although these days, it begs the question, who's the real parasite here? Chanel? Or this little family-owned brand? Chanel for other reasons, of course. Of course. Allegedly. Only allegedly. We're just asking here. This particular type of infringement consists of exploiting another company's reputation and brand identity to gain an advantage. Certain models of Jonac pumps are said to be too similar to Chanel's iconic creations. And here they talk about the Dacob pumps. Let me show you the product that Chanel has been suing against. You see the brand here, Jonac? This is Jonac's version of the slingback. It has a little, whatchamacallit? Kev says, I've seen worse dupes from Zara. It has a little lock here, a little belt. The Chanel version doesn't. The Chanel version has a little bit of a kind of a rubberized leather strap in the back. And you can see maybe they're not really done as well, because here you can see that leather going in there, probably glued. You don't know. But Emotion Engine says, those are kind of cute, very 1930s. Well, the two tones didn't really exist in the 30s like this yet. They were created in the 50s. Robbie says, what is the point of suing? These dupes exist in every nook and cranny of the shoe biz, says Robbie Lorraine. I agree, but here you go. This is really interesting how Chanel went after them and won in France. The Dafoe or the Dacob pumps offered by the French shoe brand founded in Paris in 1964 have too many details in common with the slingback pumps. I'm reading the article. The design of the straps and the two-tone black and beige color are strongly reminiscent of those used by the Roucambon house. The dispute began in May of 2020, so that's 4 years ago, more than 4 years ago, when Chanel served formal notice on Jonac, accusing it of having marketed models imitating the characteristics of 6 of its two-tone creations from the Spring-Summer 2020 collection. The court ruled that Jonac should pay a penalty of €180,000, €150,000 for the economic damage caused to the luxury house. So, of the €180,000, €150,000 are for economic damages caused to the luxury house, and the other €30,000 are to compensate for moral prejudice. In addition to this fine, Jonak is required to withdraw the models concerned from the market within 1 month. If Jonak fails to comply with this requirement, the company will be required to pay a penalty of €1,000 per day of delay. The French courts have thus reaffirmed the importance of intellectual property rights in protecting creations and brands of excellence. So they're protecting brands of excellence. Are they protecting the small person, though? I have seen no evidence of such motions. Imitations are becoming increasingly common in the luxury sector. The line between imitation and counterfeit is now very thin with this lawsuit outcome, especially since the phenomenon of dupes has gained prominence on social networks led by TikTok. Dupes are products that are strongly inspired by top-of-the-range items, but manufactured by mainstream brands. Dupe is now one of the most popular words on the TikTok network, with almost 9 billion hits. So the author of the article, which is Eva Morletto, quotes Coco Chanel and says Coco Chanel used to say, "Being copied is the price of success." Well, Coco said a lot of things. But yes, in one of her biographies, she was quoted to have said that when she saw Chanel bags and little black jackets being copied and sold on the streets of Paris, she was thrilled, she said, because that meant that she finally made it into popular culture. She called them my little Chanels. Now, whether or not she legally went after these, we don't know. But I'm just saying, interesting. So anyway, it would seem that today, more than ever, this is the case, that being copied is the price of success. According to Morning Consult, 31% of American consumers have already bought dupes. A report by Y Pulse at the end of last year, 2023, found that 2/3 of Europeans aged between 13 and 39, members of generations Z and millennials, already own at least one dupe. Do you guys watching my channel, do you own dupes? Do you own fakes? Do you condemn them? Do you agree with them? Azir says, what about some of Chanel's sneakers that look scarily similar to Nike sneakers? Well, Azir, that's a really interesting question. Azir F is asking, but as you know, we've had instances where high-end luxury brands like Hermes copy brands like Skechers, and Skechers sued Hermes. I think they settled out of court. I followed that case on my channel as well a few months ago. Skechers won. They either settled out of court, in which case they didn't win, but that's kind of admittance of guilt, if you settle out of court. And if they did go to court and win, basically they claimed that Hermes copied their sneakers. Okay, then I went on a hunt to find the original version of those sneakers by Skechers. I did find them, I did buy them, and I did review them in a video not so long ago. Go check out that video. And I still wear those sneakers to this day. They're very, very comfortable. And I prefer the Skechers version to the Hermes version, which I have also tried. They are not comfortable. The Skechers version is super comfortable. The Hermes version is just the fashion version of those sneakers, and they're not comfortable. So to answer your question, Azir, there are instances where another brand, like a sportive brand like Skechers, can come after a luxury brand like Hermes and win or settle out of court. Now, whether or not Nike wants to come for Chanel, I don't know. If they want to, they can try. They have enough money, that's for sure. C says Chanel is turning into a professional plaintiff. In that so. Let me know your thoughts and prayers down below. And until next time, never forget to never give up on love, and check out my Birkins at Walmart video, also on my channel. Bye. What are these little hairlets popping out? Hi, Nicole. How's it going, sweetie? Good evening, Dacob and Bunker Fam. Yay, Dacob, you're feeling better. It's gay. We're getting there. We're getting there slowly. Agreed. I remember the whole Hermes Skechers drama in the bunker. Yeah, Azir. You see, so this is what happened. You know, you guys. Yeah. Period. Hold on a second. I am confusion. Speaking of Chanel, speaking of Hermes lawsuit, there has been an update on the Hermes lawsuit of the Californian people versus Hermes. Snobby rich Californians who can't get their hands on a Birkin and a Kelly are suing Hermes. And we've been analyzing this case for, a year now. I've made several update videos on the case. And in the last update video, if you remember, I was talking about how the judge said, I don't think you have a case here against Hermes because how is this a lawsuit? How are you thinking that this is what's it called when you're against not fair? What's it called? Child, this lip gloss is drying my lips. Wait, what's it called? Let me check. Not discrimination. No. Oh God, this legal lingo. Antitrust. I think antitrust. So here's the thing. The judge, no, is it antitrust? Yeah, antitrust law. So basically, the judge says the way you formulated this lawsuit, you're claiming that Hermes Birkins and Kellys are antitrust, that Hermes is doing something antitrust because it blocks other brands from making money. And it's like taking up the entire monopoly of luxury bags shopping. And the judge says, but it's the opposite of that because Hermes can decide to charge however much they want for their bags. And Hermes can also decide if they want to, they can just produce 5 bags if they want. They don't have to produce 1,000. If they want to produce just 5 and they want to charge $1 million per bag, it's their right to do so. Limiting their bags does not in any way constitute antitrust because just because Hermes is limiting their Birkins and Kellys doesn't mean that this will block customers from going to Prada to buy their bag instead, or from going to Chanel to buy their bag instead, or from going to Dior to buy their bag instead. And the judge is right. I agree with the judge. I'm like, this is not antitrust in any way, shape, or form. Hermes is not participating in any antitrust activities. You see what I mean? So then the plaintiffs went back to the judge and said, okay, hold on a minute. Can we rephrase the case? Can we come back in a couple of weeks and make some adjustments to our claims? And the judge was like, okay. So now they have made some adjustments. And this is the adjustments. Can I have that text popping up? And so you guys, let's figure out together because the relevant tying market. So now they're calling it a tying market affair. In point 26 of what they want to be their lawsuit, they claim that the relevant market at issue is the market and or submarket of, here, this one, elitist luxury handbags in the United States. within which defendants, through their Birkin handbags, exercise substantial market power. This is the dumbest thing I have ever read in my life when it comes to luxury fashion. And this judge should get really pissed off at the amount of time they're making him or her waste on this crap. How can you? It seems like somebody from Australia who has a YouTube channel wrote this, who loves elitists. This is so stupid. Let me read this again. The relevant market at issue is the market and or sub-market of elitist luxury handbags in the United States, within which defendants, through their Birkin handbags, exercise substantial market power. So now this makes no sense. Like, how is this your addendum? Defendants' iconic Birkin bag, limited production, and high demand contribute to their dominant position in this market. Defendants' dominant position in this market, characterized by high barriers to entry and brand recognition, allows them to control prices and engage in the anti-competitive conduct alleged herein to the detriment of consumers. You gotta be freaking kidding me. 20.27 says industry experts have recognized that luxury goods, including handbags, fall into 3 tiers: elitist, aspirational, and accessible. Bernstein Research, a company providing research for institutional investors, has stated that the elitist tier includes Hermes, Chanel, and Bottega Veneta. The aspirational tier includes Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Prada, and Ferragamo. And the accessible tier includes Burberry, Coach, Ralph Lauren, and Calvin Klein. Isn't that interesting? What they consider elitist brands, what they consider aspirational brands, and what they consider accessible tier brands. Isn't this interesting? And Terry says, Teresa McGuire says, they are just butthurt they can't buy a bag. Most ridiculous lawsuit ever. Terry, I could not have put it better myself. That's exactly where it's at. Style by Chrissy says they should just go get the bag from Walmart. Style by Chrissy, bingo, baby. Bingo, baby. We'll go. So the accessible tier includes Burberry, Coach, Ralph Lauren, and Calvin Klein. Bernstein Research, Black Book, July 2010. European Luxury Goods, The Anatomy of Overseas Luxury Markets. Point 28, they say, a 2014 academic article co-authored by Tasha Lewis, assistant professor of fiber science and apparel design at Cornell University, and Brittany Haas, Hermes of Paris, USA, merchandising manager, explains that recent studies of luxury consumption by U.S. consumers also suggest a satisfaction of luxury categories that aligns with the segmentation of accessible, aspirational, and elitist luxury. 3 groups that emerged from the research included exclusives, taggers, and treaters. The exclusive segment had a perspective of luxury that most aligned with features of the Hermes brand, which included a definition of luxury as brands with a long-standing history of exclusivity and prestige, a greater tendency to associate luxury goods with craftsmanship and premium materials, and avoidance of obvious designer logos or patterns. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not even going to read anymore. This is so stupid. If these people want a lawsuit, then they should pull up their sleeves. And these motherfuckers should go to Hermes and try to catch sales associates or store managers red-handed, either in written form or somehow to show proof that a store manager or a sales associate literally tells you, I cannot sell you a Birkin unless you don't spend $50,000 on other crap in this store. That's the proof they need. If they can't get that proof, then they don't have a case. If they can't catch Hermes red-handed, telling them, hey, listen, boo-boo cha, honey boo-boo cha, Linda, I won't sell you a Birkin until you don't buy my porcelain ashtrays and crappy Avalon blankets, okay, that I can't see them anymore. Buy 50 of those, buy some ugly ass shoes that we're being sued for by Skechers, and then we can talk about if you can get a bag. Okay, unless you don't have that proof, you don't have a case. It's that simple. Polyhesta says, such a waste of ink. Right? So there you go. Holy Grace says, can someone in the comments let me know who wrote this? This is a lawsuit, Holly. This is not it's a Reuters article, but it's the lawsuit. I'm reading to you the actual lawsuit of the three Oompa Loompas that are suing Hermes because they can't get their Birkins, right? So this, what I just read to you, is in Discovery. It's in Discovery. It's their legal, it's what their lawyers submitted to the judge. Holly says got it. Yeah. So this is literally what their lawyers submitted to the judge. This is how dumb. I really, I don't get it. I mean, are these lawyers just like happy to get some money off of these people and are like saying like, yeah, sure, we'll do it. Yeah, let's do it. Sure, let's prolong this torture. You know, you're paying us, okay? We're paid by the hour, so we'll go. I don't know, but it seems like, come on, the lawyer could have told them, hey guys, you don't have a case here. PT says, I have proof. I got video. Well, then PT, in that case, you should get in touch with the plaintiffs and maybe share with them the proof you got. Because then, you know, just because a sales associate, though, tells you, I can't sell you the bag before you buy the scarf, the wallet, and the ashtray, just because a sales associate tells you that, doesn't mean that that's the policy of Hermes. Because you see, if a sales associate tells you that, and you use that in court against Hermes, Hermes will retaliate, in my opinion, by saying that's not their policy. That sales associate will be fired because what that sales associate was trying to do is they were trying to sell you more stuff so that they can earn more commission. Because the sales associates don't earn commission on the quota bags. The sales associate does not earn commission on the Birkin and the Kelly. So it's the sales associate that might have done this against company policy. So it's the sales associate that might have on their own accord decided, oh, you're the sucker. You're the sucker customer. I'm going to make you buy a ton of stuff before I can sell you the bag because I want to earn commission. So if that's the case, then Hermes will say, yeah, but this coworker is not doing their job rightly because they are going against our company policies. So they will be treated accordingly. We will fire them or whatever other penalties they will incur, but this is not our company policy. So again, if you have a sales associate recorded that is saying something like, I can't sell you the Birkin bag unless you don't buy the ashtray, the blanket, and the shoes, that's still not proof enough. You need corporate. You need Hermes corporate to be caught because you got an email from them or something from them. Then you got a better chance. Otherwise, it's just you're fighting against a sales associate who's going to end up losing their job probably. Holy Grace is asking, did they spell the words correctly this time? No, they did not, Holly. At point 54 of their complaint to the court, point 54, and I read, in or about 2023, plaintiff Glenoga sought to purchase a Birkin handbag, but was counseled by defendants' sales associates to purchase ancillary products in order to potentially obtain a Birkin. They spelled Birkin with an E. So no, they did not correct their spelling errors. And in point 80, again, they misspelled it. They spelled it with an E instead of an I. So instead of BIRKIN, Berkin. They spelled it Berkin. Um, oh, Styled by Chrissy says, I voice recorded an assistant manager while in California and got them fired. Well, okay, you got them fired, and now Hermes is off the hook, but they still know what's going on. But they're acting like it's none of our, we don't partake in this, we don't partake in this. Jason Petrides says, I've heard in Hong Kong they are upfront about pre-spend to unlock a bag. Of course, this is a US lawsuit, so that won't help. So maybe these three stooges should refile over there. Potentially. Potentially. But I don't know how the antitrust laws are in Hong Kong. Elizu says, reminds me of that lady from Australia that got big mad that she got blacklisted at Hermes. Yeah. You mean Purse on Fleek? Yeah, I made a video about that years ago when it happened. You remember? You remember, you guys? Those were the days. Those were the days. We were not in the Middle Ages quite yet. Yeah, the Purse on Fleek days. You're right, Dacob says PT. They'll just fire the staff and say it was never them. Yeah. You see, it's tricky to catch them in their little lies and fibs. You know. Um Oh, Holly Grace says they say Asia is upfront, but I tried to ask upfront in Bangkok, and the sales associate was playing the game fully. Emotion Engine says that honestly feels like yesterday. Doesn't it, Emotion Engine? It really does. Hello, Evian. How's it going, my love? Happy to see you again. I missed you so much and hope that you are doing much better. I'm about to get ready for work. I won't be able to stay for that long. By the way, you look amazing. Thank you so much. I'm still a little bit out of breath and a little bit slow, and also I am the energy is very low, but I'm trying really hard to work it up. And I will be sharing more details about the situation that happened to me this past week in the pre-show this coming weekend. So if you are a Tier 2 member or a Tier 2 patron, we're going to get to talk about all the health stuff more in detail, because that's the place to do that, not really here. Elias says, I remember your video on Purse on Fleek, but you're always so non-judgmental. Glad you're back. Of course I'm non-judgmental. I love Purse on Fleek. I think she's hilarious. Also, here's the thing, you guys. She's a hustler. Let a girl hustle. When she made that one video a couple of years ago after the Hermes video, and she said she worked at McDonald's, I'm like, that's my girl. That's my girl. That's my girl. you know, yeah. And that's the thing, you know. Did you know that Pharrell got fired from McDonald's for eating too many chicken McNuggets behind the scenes for free? Allegedly. No, actually he said it himself, didn't he? Yeah, he said that in an interview somewhere. He worked at McDonald's and got fired because he was eating too many chicken McNuggets.
Butter.
Oh, good old Pharrell. You know. Kev says, I thought you were going to say Louis Vuitton and got excited for a second. Oh, Kev, I know, right? We almost got excited. Oh, man, the Nuggets. Oh, how I miss the Nuggets. Anyway, let's do one more topic before the Oompa Loompas come to get me, because I hear in the mountains, I'm starting to hear noises. They're coming back, Linda. They're coming back. Let me freshen up they're coming back. They're going to come to get me. Oh, yes. Oh, they're close. They are nigh. The end is nigh. Let me do this other topic quickly. And the other topic is, what is it? 4 mistakes to avoid. Okay. Hi, everybody. Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Here are 4 mistakes to avoid before spending a ton of money on luxury bags. Now, it wouldn't be the Fashion Bunker if we didn't have a little bit of a plot twist here, because technically I could make a list of the 4 mistakes to avoid before dropping a pretty penny on luxury bags, as according to my opinion. Like, what would the mistakes be that I would share with you? But here's the thing. I don't care anymore. Okay. But I find it fun to read other people's opinions. So the Business Insider has an article by Sydney Barber. Sydney Barber wrote an article saying, I own a collection of luxury handbags. Here are 4 mistakes I avoid before dropping thousands on a new purse. Now, here's the thing. We're going to go through these 4 points, and I want you guys to let me know, is this what you think are the 4 points that we should pay attention to before spending money on luxury bags? Or should we be focusing on other points rather than these 4? Are these 4 points ridiculous? Let's see. I would personally tell you, just don't buy a luxury bag anymore. Okay, unless it's not a Birkin. But as we know, it's difficult to get a Birkin at the moment. Well, although it's become a little bit easier than it used to be in the past, but still. Aside from my family, she says, friends and pets, I consider handbags to be my first love, specifically designer bags. I love that I can immediately elevate a simple white t-shirt and jeans by pairing them with a unique bag. Okay, and here she has already set the tone for me. I'm like, oh, okay. We've heard this a gazillion times this past decade or so. Oh, just like a white t-shirt and just used denim jeans, just a little nothing, and then a Chanel Timeless Classic bag. We have seen everybody and their dead grandmothers and ancestors wear this look. It's annoying. It's boring. It's been done so many times. Just washed denim from Zara, because, you're not going to, why would you spend more for Levi's? Get the Zara denim, white t-shirt, and the Chanel slingbacks. And we're good. Elizu says, LMAO, that's like your influencer starter pack. Exactly. Exactly. And I'm so sick and tired of seeing it. Sick and tired. Sick and tired of it. But anyway, so this person begins already by saying, and she says, over the years, I've carefully curated a collection of 11 designer bags. Hopefully that number will be 111 one day. But let's be honest, they're expensive. Many cost thousands of dollars. Why would you want 111 bags, Sydney? That whole statement is ridiculous. It's 2024, baby. We're back in the Middle Ages. Sydney, you might not have the right to vote next year anymore. And here you are sitting, having a problem thinking, how do I get my collection of bags from 11 to 111? And you're not even questioning the quality of these brands. You're not even questioning how their prices are skyrocketing and yet their quality is subpar, to say the least. No, instead, on Business Insider, you're perpetuating this conversation about more is better. 11 luxury bags I have are not enough. I want 111 by next year. Why? Why the overconsumption? Didn't you get the memo, Sydney? Didn't you get the memo? Those times are over. Nobody wants that. Ain't nobody got time for that. And nobody wants to show it off. Why? Why do you want 111, Sydney? What's the reason? And then the only reason to be like, yeah, but I'm probably not going to make it to 111 because let's be real, they cost a lot of money. How about you say, I'm not going to get to 111 because I've changed my mind. I don't want 111 bags because most of the brands are creating shit nowadays. Most of the brands are creating overpriced crap, stuff that costs too much for what it is. I don't want to be a part of this system anymore. I don't want to spend my hard-earned cash for shit. anymore. How about we start that conversation on Business Insider? Instead of glorifying quantity, more, really. And then she says, although I pride myself on being an informed buyer and in touch with my personal style, I've certainly made some mistakes while building my collection. Your personal style being the white t-shirt and jeans? That differentiates you from everybody else, of course. That makes you unique and special. Yeah? The white t-shirt, jeans, and then a little Chanel baglet and the sling bag, that makes you like stand out from the crowd, like groundbreaking. So here we go. Don't give into social media hype, or at least wait a bit before buying. That's her first tip. Don't give into the social media hype, and yet you are saying, the white t-shirt and the pants and the denim jeans, like that's the social media hype. You literally fell for the social media hype, but now you're telling us don't fall for the social media hype. I do agree with you. Wait a little bit before buying. I agree wholeheartedly on waiting before buying. Just because something is hip at the moment, everybody wants it, it doesn't mean that, and you fall for the FOMO, fear of missing out, and you think you also love that item, doesn't mean that that item is really cool for you and your style. So if you take a step back, you take a breather, you wait a couple of months, and then you go back to that item and you still think you really want it, okay, well then maybe you really want it. But then most of the times with these trendy trash items, nobody cares for them after a couple of weeks, not even a couple of months, even after a couple of weeks, like nobody's talking about them because the trend cycles are so short at the moment because it's a hurricane. We are vertiginously kind of plummeting to the death of luxury. And the system can't keep up, so they're churning out new trends. And back in the day, there would be a trend a year. There would be one trend holding. You know what? Some trends would even be trending for 2 or 3 years before the cycle would change. Now it's like 1 week, 4 days, a trend, and then you get the new trend already. They're desperately trying to throw all the spaghetti to the wall, being all the new bags they're churning out, and they're hoping that something's going to stick to that wall. Okay. They can produce a ton more now because why? Because they're sourcing most of the production out to China anyway, or Vietnam, or wherever it may be. So they can produce that shit like that in bucket loads and hope that something sticks. Hoping that some influencer like the ones you're mentioning here that wears the white t-shirt and the jeans, the denim pants, that they're going to wear the bag on their social media account and it's going to stick because everybody's going to want it. The problem is there are just so many of these trends and they're going that fast, nothing sticks anymore. I say let it go, Linda. Let it go. Let it flow. Actually, Elsa, darling. Let it go, Elsa. That's my opinion on that. Second point, do your research, but don't blindly follow advice. To be perfectly honest with you, point 2 on Sydney's list to me sounds like point 1. Point 1 was don't give into social media hype, or at least wait a bit before buying. Her point 2 is do your research, but don't blindly follow advice. That seems like point 1 to me. It's like, don't fall for the trend immediately. Wait a little before you purchase something. I don't see the difference between these 2 points. But she says whether it's your first bag or your 50th, buying luxury is a big deal. That's why I always recommend doing some research before dropping major bucks. This could mean reading reviews or watching YouTube videos on the bag you're eyeing. I would never recommend doing that. Terrible mistake, because the people reviewing the brand new bags either got it for free from the brand to promote it and are not going to tell you that they did, even though they are actually obliged to, or they are such suckers. Well, or they bought the bag and they have some affiliate link to the bag, and if you use the affiliate link, they get some commission. So it's in their interest to tell you that the bag that they just bought is amazing because they want to sell it to you. Or they bought the bag to review it to get as many views as possible, and then they're going to return the bag to the shop to get their money back. But also they're going to get the money from the AdSense revenue of the video that they're showing you. Or they outright paid for the bag themselves and do not want to admit to themselves that they made a huge mistake. So they're trying to, and I've seen, let's be honest here, how many times have you watched a YouTube video of some Oompa Loompa reviewing the latest stupid bag they spent tens of thousands of dollars on, and you got that sneaky suspicion and feeling that their delivery in that video, the way they were talking about that bag in that video, the way they were reviewing the bag in that video, sounded somewhat as if they were trying to convince themselves that their idiotic purchase was worth it. How many of you have seen those videos? Because I have seen those videos. I have seen those videos where the Oompa Loompas are sitting there like total cretins with their little baglet, and they're like, and it's really nice. And then they like try to put it on and it doesn't even fit and the proportions are off and terrible. Biggest example is the mini 22 Chanel bag with 50 straps. And most of the space inside that ugly ass bag is wasted with that one strap that you got to shove in there because Chanel doesn't make them detachable. I have seen so many Oompa Loompas unbox these little miniature 22s with a gazillion straps. They're like, oh, this is so amazing. And it was like $6,000. And I love it. And then exactly, Kev. And they sell it immediately in the next vlog sale. And then in the next vlog sale, they're like, and some of them even admitted in their video, I'm watching them unbox it and talk about the bag. And towards the end of the video, they realize, I can hear it in their voice, the enthusiasm going lower and lower, sinking. And at one point, they're like, yeah, maybe I'm going to return it. Like, maybe I'm going to return the. I'm like, yeah, of course you're going to return the freaking bag. It's ugly AF. It suits no purpose. It's going to fall apart anyway. There's nothing fits in it. It is unpractical to wear. The proportions are off. It doesn't look good on your body. You bought it because of FOMO. You bought it because you thought you're going to get a ton of views on your video or whatever, for whatever reason other than the actual reason why you should have bought the bag for. And that would have been, it actually matches your style. It actually works with your lifestyle. It's actually something you really, really want yourself. Exactly, Style says they returned the bag after putting skid marks on it. Holly says, okay, small rant, guys. The effing vlog sales. I cannot eat. I'm also really, and all of these, and you guys, these are people you're watching. Okay? These are people you've been subscribed to for years. These are people that for years have been garnering hundreds of thousands of views on their videos, selling you this shit. These are people you've been watching for years, and bag to bag, unboxing to unboxing, they've been unboxing these shitty items, these shitty ass bags, making you sometimes want them, fall for the FOMO because you look up to them, okay? You aspire towards them. Now, these Oompa Loompas, all of that shit that they've been buying the past years, they're selling it. They're selling all of it in their vlog sales. And you're looking at it now, 5 years later, you've been following this person for 5 years. Now you're sitting there looking, being like, oh, I bought that bag too because she told me that that bag was so amazing 2 years ago when she unboxed it. She said it's the best bag she's ever had. Obsessed. Hashtag obsessed. I'm obsessed with it. Oh my God, this bag, you guys. You guys, this bag. I'm obsessed. 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 2 weeks later, you guys, I'm selling the bag in my next vlog sale. Who's going to be the lucky one? Who's going to be the lucky one who buys it first? Please. No. No. Holly says, I unsubscribed recently from many. Yeah. No. Francesca says, I left a couple of them as well. Yeah. No. That's the thing. That's the thing, Holly says, Dacob, and then the sponsorships with every video. Then they overshop, overindulge, then boom, vlog sale. Oh yeah, disgusting. These people, really, they're either sociopaths or so desperate for attention that they're really ready to throw all the morals out of the window. No decency, no dignity, nothing, nothing, nothing. Point three, yeah, and I mean, you know, anyway. Point three is consider buying pre-owned bags. Now, of course, on this I agree. However, because, sustainability, somebody else's trash can be your treasure. I'm all for buying pre-loved. However, there's a big however, and I want to warn everybody. The more popular these brands are, and the more classic the bag is you want to buy pre-loved, and the bigger the chances are you're going to get a fake. Okay? So this is why I'm saying I would personally never, and I've been burned before myself, I would personally never buy classics from these luxury brands pre-loved. I just wouldn't. Because the fakes are just so good out there. It's not worth it. If somebody sells you a fake and says it's a fake, give me $100 and call it a day. That's one thing. Although I'm obliged to tell you I don't condone that. But it's another thing if somebody's selling you a fake, claiming it's authentic and telling you I want $5,000 for it because it's authentic vintage. You see, that's the scammery. That's when you, the consumer, get scammed. If somebody is honest and tells you I'm selling you a fake bag here for $100, you want it? Quality's decent, leather is okay. You want it? Yes or no? That's one thing. But somebody that same bag tries to sell it to you for $5,000 claiming it's authentic. Now then we have a problem. Pre-owned, famous designs, classic designs from luxury brands for me is a no-go. Big no-go. And I would never in my life trust any of those baboons who are claiming that they're authenticators and giving you a paper of authenticity, a little paper letter. I authenticate. Bullshit. They're just scamming you for even more money. They want $50 from you for what? To give you a piece of toilet paper with their shit on it. Absolutely no. I also say no to that. So that's why I say if you're going to buy pre-loved, go for the non-famous styles. Go for the designs that are not classic. Go for those things that have been manufactured but never really popular. Things that have not been copied as much because they were not popular. That's when I feel like pre-loved bags are okay-ish. Even there, you got to be very careful, but that's when I think they're okay-ish to be purchased. Otherwise, forget about it. Style by Chrissy Dacob got me lulling. Anyway, we'll go. That's what I'm saying. Point four, Sydney has a point four. Point four is focus on your personal preferences, not just whether your purchase will be a good investment. I completely agree on this. I've been telling you this for years, guys. Do not buy, please, for the love of you, do not buy a bag thinking that it's going to make me money in the future. Oh, it's an investment. I never see bags as investments. Buy it if you love it. Buy it if you want to wear it. Buy it if you want to enjoy it while you're alive. These items are not investments, okay? Market can collapse at any minute. Like, don't think about these items that are supposed to bring you some form of joy. I mean, technically, they're just utilitarian. I mean, technically, a bag is made to carry items you need to use throughout the day or throughout the evening. That's technically what a bag is for. But, we have developed this culture of collecting bags. Okay, so now we're here, although I feel that the bag collecting days are also gone. Have you noticed there's also no more talk about unicorn bags? Everything anybody was ever talking about during the lockdown years of the candy cane was, oh, the unicorn bag. Oh, Chanel released the caramel mini square rectangular. Oh, the unicorn rainbow colored. Oh, the unicorn bag. Now, nobody even knows what it means. There's no such thing as a unicorn bag anymore. Nobody's talking about it anymore. Those days are long gone. We are no longer really collecting bags. Not really. At least I'm not. I mean, I buy a bag here or there when I really fall in love with the shape. Recently, the last two bags I bought were not luxury bags at all. One was a gorgeous satin bag with a ton of crystal spiders all over it, very Halloween, very gothic, no name brand. And the other bag I got was from Dollskill, a black patent pleather bag with like 30 or 40 anks, Egyptian anks hanging off of it in metal. Just looks fabulous, very punk. Cost me 27 bucks. Loved it. I unboxed it in my 1 or 2 live streams ago, so you can go check out that. So this is what I'm trying to say here. I buy something rarely. When I come across something you're really kind of, oh, I see it, I say, oh, this is really cute. I don't look at the logo anymore. I don't look at the brand anymore. Sure, Birkin is always a Birkin. Because, why am I saying this? Well, technically, Hermes has my vote so far for the mere reason that they, unlike all the other luxury brands during the pandemic, Hermes was the only one who was not gouging those prices so greedily high. They kept manufacturing their standard. They kept their price increases normal on a yearly basis, like, 3-4%, not 22% like Chanel did. Period. Very, 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 very. And they kept manufacturing what they kept manufacturing. They didn't up their production. They kept steady. They kept steady, and their quality is amazing. So, yeah, it's hard to get one of those bags, but their quality is still amazing. Kudos to them. Kudos to them. Kudos to them. But yeah, I agree with Sydney here. Don't buy a bag because you think it's an investment, because chances are you're going to lose all your money that way. Okay, thank you guys. Let me know your thoughts and prayers down below. This was the video. We were all over the place, but we focused it. We came back to our 4 focal points, which were Sydney's focal points. What do you guys think? What other mistakes can one make before purchasing an expensive luxury bag? My biggest mistake at the moment is purchasing an expensive luxury bag that doesn't have the quality. Sydney never mentioned quality in her article. She never talked about, don't make the mistake of buying a really expensive luxury bag, looking at you, Chanel, allegedly, and then spending $10,000 on a Chanel Timeless Classic bag, and then the leather starts peeling after 20 minutes. I think that's the biggest mistake you might make today, in my humble opinion. If you're going to buy a luxury bag, an expensive luxury bag, make sure that the quality is good. That's the big first mistake you might make, is you spend $10,000 and you get shit in return for it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thumb up this video, subscribe. Let's get to 100,000 subbies. Love you loads. Never give up on love. Bye. Kev says, not watching Dacob's review before buying Chanel would be the biggest mistake. Oh, thank you, Kev. Because I'm always honest. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Jack Haute Couture. Coach bags are so good for leather bags in affordable prices. Their leather lasts like Hermes. Bonded leather will peel, sissy. Christine Joy, we need someone like you. Thank you. Well, you got me. I'm here. As long as I can keep going. Because I keep getting sick. That's my problem. The point is we kept it real, says Holly. In some cases, it's often cheaper buying a bag from the store than buying one from a consignment store. Very true. Very true. Thumb up the live stream, you guys. Let me take a sip of tea. You're one of a kind and the best YouTuber. Oh, thank you, DMSA. Debbie says he's been here, you guys. I've been here for 10 years. It's like, but people have not discovered me. Although, I gotta say, thank you. While I was sick this past 1.5 week, quite a few YouTubers have been using my content in their videos. So they've been keeping the memory of me alive. None of those content creators got my permission to use my content nor my videos. Some didn't even get permission to use my private DM sent to them. And yet they read it out loud in their video. However, I say thank you, everybody, for keeping me in your prayers and for being, being on the tubes and for sharing my name to your viewers. Elizu, yeah. Elizu, you said you like to watch Tanner? Who likes to watch Tanner? So Tanner used one of my clips in his video. And hi Mahora, hi Deb Shops. And he didn't at me. He wrote my name in the video clip, but he didn't at me. He didn't link me in his video, which means his viewers don't get to see me. Now, Tanner, I'm fine with you using my content because you did actually credit me, so you did good there. But like, if you're not gonna actually link my channel to your video where you use my content, well, that's not really very cordial as a colleague on social media. That's not very cordial. To say the least, unprofessional. But there you go. So there's that. If you're going to use another fellow content creator's content, it's lovely that you credit them, which you did, but adding that person into your description box activates the link between your channel and the video or the channel of the content creator you're talking about. What does this do? This basically allows for your viewers, your follower base, to also be offered in the algorithm my videos. Because the YouTube algorithm then says, aha, so Tanner linked Dacob, so Tanner's viewers might be interested in seeing Dacob's videos as well. So the algorithm thinks, let me show Dacob's videos to Tanner's viewers. Potentially that can happen. That's how you grow. That's how a community grows. You link each other. He didn't do that, but there you go. Anyway, which video did he use? He used, I don't know what video he used. And then shout out to Caitlin Pavlovsky. Caitlin Pavlovsky did a fine job. She did not ask my permission, but she took my content. She credited me. And then she added me. She actually linked my channel in her description box. So Caitlin, my dear, that's very kind of you. Thank you for being, in this case, very professional. So Caitlin also had some nice words to share about me, and that was very, very sweet. So Caitlin, thank you very much. Yeah, you got Style says they took from the best. So, there you go. So that's the least they can do, says Debbie. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, but it's fine. I have no beef with Tanner, okay? I actually have been in touch with Tanner in the past, so like, don't worry. I have nothing against Tanner Leatherstein per se. I really don't. Anyway. Oh my God, I hear them coming. I gotta run into the bunker. Hold on. They're coming. They're coming. I gotta go. Ah, that was a close call. Okay. We are back. We're back in the Middle Ages bunker. In the dungeon, y'all. We're in the dungeon. They almost got me, Linda. Listen, Linda. Linda, they almost got me. Oof. They're back in the throne room, those Oompa Loompas. And we're back in the medieval dungeon. That's our future for the next couple of years at least. What can I tell you?
I mean, of course, we're worried.
Of course we're worried. American Reader says, alas, poor Yorick. How very Shakespeare of you, American Reader. So there you go. Siobhan says it all makes sense. Of course. Of course we're worried. Yes, Yorick. We got a pink version of Yorick. Isn't he a pip? Boop. So now, thumb up the live stream, you guys. We're back in the dungeon. I am really close to the crypt. You see, down here, but also around the corner here in this passageway, there's a lot of buried skeletons, you understand. And it would appear as though Chanel just buried another one. Now, I don't know what Lena Nair has been up to. I don't know what Bruno Pavlovsky has been up to. But lately, a lot of people have been leaving Chanel, some of their own accord, some fired, and others kicking the bucket. Yeah, I do have some news to share with you. Patrice Legoureau, sorry for butchering your name, darling, just passed away. This is Patrice. He kind of looks like all of those French. He looks like Olivier Paul, Jacques Paul, they all look the same to me. So anyway, may he rest in peace. Patrice Legoureau, director of Chanel's jewelry creation studio, dies at age of 53. The circumstances are unknown as per this article. We don't know what the reasons were for his passing. But WWD magazine reports, driven by an extraordinary passion and energy, Patrice never ceased to pay homage to Gabrielle Chanel's visionary imprint. The French fashion company said, enumerating the breadth of house themes he explored. And I love how when Chanel, to honor him, they say, he explored some really important Chanel themes. And this is what Lena Nair comes up with. The themes that he explored ranged from camellia and lion to pearls and more. With all due respect. He's been working at Chanel for 20 years. And this is the credit they give him. This is the credit they give him. He's been exploring. His explorations range from the camellia and lion to pearls and more. So that's not just disrespectful to him, in my opinion, but also disrespectful to Chanel. I don't know why the brand marketing teams at Chanel really want to turn everything Chanel does. This woman's entire creative legacy, is camellias, pearls, lions, and more. Coco Chanel has been way more than camellias, pearls, and lions. Respectfully. Okay? Respectfully. Corey says, according to my friend, he loathed the Baconator. Interesting. and now he's gone. Driven by an extraordinary passion and energy. Okay. Under his direction, the jewelry creation studio has grown and developed, welcoming a wealth of talent that he has constantly encouraged and nurtured. Those who were lucky enough to work alongside him will remember him as a deeply sensitive, humble, and accessible man, driven by a strong sense of community. Chanel continued, because this is Chanel's statement. Chanel released a statement. Patrice's contribution to Chanel is immense, and he will always be remembered. A graduate of Paris École Boulle Design School with a specialization in the rare craft of modeled engraving, Legureau also trained at the Institut National de Gemology after spending 6 years at Cartier and an 11-year tenure at Van Cleef & Arpels. Legureau joined Chanel in 2009 as its director of the fine jewelry creation studio. So 2009 till 2024, that's 15 years. So he worked for Chanel for 15 years. How come we never heard of him before? Now they're praising him, now that he's gone. Oh, he was amazing. But why didn't you sing his praises and accolades while he was alive, Chanel? Zubeda, Lina, Zubeda. Among his most memorable works are the collections marking the 80th and 90th anniversaries of the Bijoux de Diamant high jewelry line, the only one designed by Gabrielle Chanel. So he basically copied it and brought it back. Groundbreaking. For the 100th anniversary of the Chanel No. 5 perfume, he imagined a 55.55 carat diamond necklace that is now part of the house's patrimony and a further 123-piece collection. Most recently, he imagined Haute Joaillerie Sport, a collection inspired by the French brand sporty heritage and style. It came with rope pulls and sweatshirt collars, as well as club badges and the use of carbon fiber. Legureau is survived by his 3 children. That sport collection is terrible. The colors were amazing, but the collection was terrible. Phoenix Mom says, too much stress if he hates someone in management. Corey says, evidently he would not let her see any of his sketchbooks. And when Virginie left, he was a wreck. He hung out with the ladies that had known Coco. Wow, thank you for letting me know, Corey. Well, allegedly, we gotta say, but thank you. Let me see. There you go. Terry says, will you still be on in an hour? Have to take medicine and get something to eat and other stuff, so I'll be back in a while. If not, I'll see everyone soon. Terry, no, we're almost done here. I actually have one more unboxing. May you rest in peace, my dear, and may your legacy live on beyond Chanel, hopefully, because if your legacy is handed over only to Chanel, chances are you'll be forgotten, allegedly. So let's hope your legacy lives on further and beyond that of Chanel. You see how everything falls into place? We are in the Middle Ages all of a sudden, aren't we? Everything is darker and grimmer. What happened with LVMH HR director allegedly escorted by security from the headquarters? Nothing. Fired. Fired, baby. Fired. They want more money elsewhere. But we still have unboxings. Yes, Kev, we have nothing left but unboxings. Also, another video that one of my lovely viewers sent me was a person in China at a Tiffany store losing their shit in the store. Now, they're dressed in black, almost as if they're wearing a Tiffany uniform. So my question is, was this a co-worker of Tiffany's? Or was this a client gone rogue? So she entered a Tiffany boutique somewhere in China. She grabbed some metal object and started smashing everything in the store. The sales associates apparently ran out of the boutique, locked her in while they were waiting for the cops to arrive. And she kept smashing everything, trying on stuff, throwing it around. I have a speck on my nose? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Grant. Thank you, thank you. Very kind of you. Yeah, that was a little tiny dust ball. And thanks, Grant. And she was throwing stuff around like crazy, and there people have been filming her from different angles. So I think she's a worker at Tiffany's, and she just went ballistic, LVMH. But she might have been just a client. I don't know. But let me show you one of these videos. This one is by Pretty Pin Palace. Look at her go. Look at her go. She's at Tiffany's, okay? And she's inside. And they see, I think the workers locked her out. Well, they're wearing gray, so maybe she's not a worker because she's wearing black. And she's inside. You see what I mean? It looks like she's wearing a uniform, all dressed in black. She's like, okay, with her mouth opening the necklace. She's like, yeah, F this shit. Let me try this on. Let me try this necklace on. Let me smash another container. There you go. Atta girl. Listen, Linda, let me smash it with this. Maybe like that is, but she's so chill though. She is like, you know what? And then they escorted her. And look at the dignity. Look how dignified she is, standing up straight and dignified as she
Grant
walks
Ramirez
away.
donated $5.
Oh, Grant Ramirez. Thank you so much, Grant. Polly Hesta says queen. Grant, my dear, you are joining the Middle Ages Chanel bag. We are in the medieval times. Grant, darling, we're adding you to the baglet. Grant is on our Middle Ages Chanel shopping bag. Yes. Debbie's like, no passion in the smashing. No, that's what's so fabulous about it. She is like, oh, let me try the necklace. Look at the necklace. Wait, let me open the necklace. And then she goes away to put, you guys, this is the world we're living in. I don't understand. I don't know if you guys understand the scope at the depths of despair at which we're falling. I don't know. I can tell you this, thumb up this live stream because I'm still sick and I'm working real hard to keep the energy going. So you can tip your host here. Link is up above, or thumb up the video, whatever you can. Thank you. Maybe she's a sales associate who didn't meet a quota. Maybe not, or maybe she's just done. Maybe she's just done, you guys. Maybe she's just done. Natalie says, yeah, it is the pre-retrograde. No excuse, but it is a time to be careful with your emotions and actions. Period. Lapisha says, Pluto heads into Aquarius on the November 19th. Nothing will ever be the same. Time for companies and humans to be authentic or face backlash. Lapisha, that is fabulous. I love that one. So on November 19th, nothing will be the same. Thank you, Foodie on the go. Dacob, get well soon, baby. Thank you. I'm working on it. The housing bubble burst in China too, says C. Yeah. Hired by the Arnaults to collect insurance money, baby, says Kev. Francesca says, yes, meltdown, not mentally ill. Correction. Corey says, and I said, what about meltdown at Tiffany's? Oh, you did, Corey? Ah, there you go, Corey. So you knew about it. Phoenix Mom says, many lost money in stocks. Hold on. Hi, Phoenix Mom. Let me scroll up just a second. Many lost money in stocks. Maybe she had enough. They used to buy designer stuff regularly, but can't anymore. Yeah. Do we have a background for the Totally Dacob video? Or no? Well, let's just do this then. I have been at Tiffany's once. I can't afford anything, says Naked. The quality's not as good in my opinion anyway. So nothing has been the same since 2020, says Evian. It's like we're in a dream. Nightmare, but a dream nevertheless. nevertheless. Hi, Gail Aaron. Thank you. Thumb up the live stream. And let's film another topic. Thank you for subscribing, Tina. Hold on. Thank you, Louie. Let's go to Tiffany. Smash
Louis
some stuff.
donated $5. Let's go to Tiffany's. Smash some stuff, mama.
Louis just joined the ranks of the Middle Ages fashion bunker. Oh, yes, baby. Oh, yes. Well, we'll go. We'll go. Well, we'll go. We'll go. Hey, Dacob, the Onion bought InfoWars from the bankruptcy. Oh, really? Debbie says, wait, can we get 200 thumbs at least? Oh, okay. Debbie's like, wait, no topic until we get 200 likes. Praying for you, Dacob, says Michelle Marshall, and I am sorry you have been sick. Glad you're back. Praying you get complete strength soon. Thank you so much, sweetie. Very kind of you. Oh, we got 177 likes. Yeah, I think we can do 200. We got 178 likes now, so 179. Okay, well, 21 likes. 21 likes. People really do crazy things for the gram, definitely. Hi, Helen French. Good morning, sweetie. 180. 20 more to go. So the Onion bought InfoWars. That's so interesting. I wonder how it's going to look like now. 184. 16 more to go. I mean, all in all, not so bad for a return after I skipped 3 live streams. Well, technically 4, because there's a pre-show as well. You know what I mean? We're back. We're back after 1.5 weeks of hiatus. Sick-atus. Oh, Jill says, Dacob, your handwriting is beautiful, by the way. Thank you so much. I just wish that this marker was a little bit more giving. It kind of dried up a little bit. You know what? I'm going to have to buy a new one. 13 more to go, says Debbie. Yeah, we're at 187. You know. In the crypt dungeon of the fashion bunker, we subscribe and we like. That's what we do, baby. Evian says, Daco, when are we playing the word game again? I missed it. Yeah, the word game is fun when I have energy, you guys. You know, because we got to get the main channel rolling again before we can get all the others activated again. It's a lot of energy. I really would need a team of at least 4 people to do all the things I really want to do. 190 likes. Subscribe and like, you guys. So we have 10 more to go until we get to 200. Oh, Gail, thank you so much.
Gail Erin 55 donated $5. Your live streams are the greatest.
Oh, thank you so much, Gail. And Gail with the flower in the Middle Ages. Isn't that fabulous? I love putting all the names on the Chanel shopping bags. So decadent in the best way possible. You understand? You understand. Period. Hi, Avarice. Hello, I'm glad you're feeling better. Ah, thank you. Yes, slowly but surely we're getting there. I'm a little bit out of breath, but you know, what can you do? What can you do? Oh, Joy Love C, thank you so much. It's going to pop up here any second now. Wait, hold on. Let me prepare it for you. There it is. Thank you, my love. Mwah.
Joy Love donated $15. Love your handwriting on the bag.
Joy Love C, there you are. Yeah. Middle Ages Chanel baby. You know what? Back in the Middle Ages, they had to feminize her, right? So basically, I need to get a new marker. Why is this thing not doing what I wanted to do? I think it dried out a little. Oh, no, okay. You just gotta, I see what you gotta press it sometimes. A little bit. There you go. You know, because the Baconator came in and wanted to change it all.
Chanel!
And wanted to make it, you know, different, you know. You know, she's like, you know what, let's change the brand around. Oh, Jen, thank you so much,
Jen
sweetie.
888 donated $10. This time, I did it in your currency, lol.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, that's where it's at, y'all. That's where it's at. We are getting ready for Hades, says Kev. 192 likes. We are also getting ready for 193 likes. We're also getting ready for 7 more likes to reach 200 likes. 7 more likes to go. Stephanie loves the trombone. 6 more likes. We're at 194. Thank you guys. Keep thumbing up. 4 more to go. 196 likes. Oh yeah, that's not bad. 4 more likes to go. 199 likes. What do you know? Yeah, it's like pulling teeth, Debbie. You're the dentist. 1 more like to go. Oh, we reached 200. Thank you guys so much from the depths of the despair of the fashion bunker dungeon. We have done it. You are a kind algorithm. You are a beautiful algorithm. We pray to you, algorithm, in this Middle Ages period of history we're living in, where we are dumb little podlings. We don't know anything about medicine. We don't know anything about science. We don't know anything about the truth anymore. We only function according to fear mongering. We only function and we only react to a higher sense of superstition, because that's all we believe in, because we've lost science, we've lost knowledge.
That's
so
too bad.
Thank you, algorithm. You are a kind algorithm. You know what? Even though we're in the gutter, even though we're in the slammer, even though we still have our superficial fun. And the superficial fun in the bunker today, let's film this. Hi, everybody. Dacob here. Welcome back to Totally Dacob. Today we have an unboxing to do here in the medieval bunker. It's the Middle Ages, you guys. But just because it's all dark, doom and gloom and grim doesn't mean that we can't have a little bit of color, even in the darkest of places. Doesn't mean that we can't have a little bit of fun and color just when we think that all hope is lost. Let's do something superficial. It is the pop culture channel after all. Look what I got. I got myself a little Pop Mart moment. Okay. We are going to do ourselves a little favor here, and we're going to do ourselves a little Labubu unboxing. They have been all over the place. People are loving them. I got lucky the other night. I was on their website. They came online and I bought them. I bought two, so we're going to unbox them together. Actually, you're going to see them unboxed. I've already unboxed them. So this is the Have a Seat Labubu box. These are, this is the collection. And there's a secret one, which is brown. But the other ones, they have kind of cute names. Hehe, Sisi, Dada, Zizi, Baba, and what is it, Dudu? Or Kudu? Gugu? Cuckoo. Well, I like cuckoo because I'm cuckoo as well. Mahora is the secret brown one. There you go. Well, subscribe to my channel, thumb up this video, and let's do the honors, shall we? I opened them at the bottom. I don't peel this off because I like this box. I want to keep the box for now. You understand. So these are bag charms, believe it or not. But who's going to wear it as a bag charm? I don't know. Not me. Carissa says, have not heard of these before, but it's so cute. Well, I wish I haven't heard of them because what a waste of time, money, energy, because you got to be online all the time. If they drop a new drop, they sell out within seconds. If you go to their Pop Mart location stores, I'm sorry, fellow Asians out there. I know this is an Asian product, it's Chinese or whatever, and you started the trend, so this is on you and this is yours. I get it. But how is it possible that when a Pop Mart store posts on their Instagram and they post in their Insta stories whenever they have a new launch, they post literally in the Insta stories, we've just received 150 boxes of this. Now, you can come now to buy them. One per customer. Then 10 minutes later, sold out. I call bullshit. I say you have somebody working in that store that leaks the intel to the people, and lets all the scalpers know ahead of time. So everybody's in line before you even announce that you have a delivery that arrived. And then it's all gone in 10 seconds. Francesca says, I agree. There you go. Just like the sneaker game. Debbie, not just like the sneaker game. It is the sneaker game because most of these baboons and idiots are sneakerheads, super aggressive mofos that really push and shove and scream. It's disgusting to experience. Pop Mart, you should be ashamed of yourself. You're not handling this well. Okay. I got lucky. I got these online. I went to one of these when they announced, oh, there's a Labubu. We got like 150 sets dropped just now. Come and get them. First come, first served. I drove all the way there. And when I arrived there, they're like, oh, sorry, it's sold out. But with that attitude, coincidentally, all the 150 people standing in line were Asian. The salesperson was Asian, giving me I'm so sorry you missed out. I'm like, oh. So how come all of these people are standing in line and they were in line? Like, how are they all there magically right after you launched it? And if they all sold out, why didn't you update your Instagram account? Why didn't you post in your Insta stories that they're all sold out? I'll tell you why you didn't post in your Insta stories that they're all sold out. Because you want idiots and losers to come to your store even after it's sold out in the hopes that those same people, out of frustration of having traveled and driven all the way to this freaking store, that they will buy something else instead. That's why you're not updating your Insta stories to say that something's sold out, isn't it? Allegedly, of course, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged, just my opinion. Buying these Labubus has become like buying freaking Birkins. You know what I mean? False scarcity, says Debbie. I agree with you because they got a ton of everything else, just not a ton of Labubus. Just like the Target Stanley Cup in Disney merchandise game. Yes, Avaris, the same. Jen makes an interesting point. Jen888 says in the live chats, this is how Funko Pops used to be. Exactly. Why is this a good comment? Because I'm telling you right now, that's what's going to happen to these little suckers. They're just going to become garbage, plastic trash, just like Funko Pops. You know, now, yeah, there's a ton of Funko Pops. They oversaturated the market. They're everywhere. You can buy a Funko Pop. You know what I mean? Like, nobody cares. It's not so sought after anymore. Anyway, so I went to another Pop Mart shop, and I met a very lovely lady who explained to me the situation, and she also believes, and she works there, and she said, yeah, I do believe that they're playing the false scarcity game. It's like not cool what they're doing. She complained to me and said, you know, it's really hard for us workers because people attack us. The customers attack us. They throw tantrums when they don't get their Labubus. They yell at us. She said one woman spat at her, like literally spat. And she's like, she spit her full blow on her because she couldn't get a freaking piece of plastic. So anyway, the lady was super kind, that lady I spoke to. And she said, I don't have any more Labubus left, but if you want, I can give you one of our bags with a Labubu on it. I was like, oh, that's so cute of you, so sweet of you. Thank you. So she gives me the bag with a Labubu on it. That was so sweet. But I did manage to get these on because I want to know what the crave is. What's the craze? I got actually two. We're going to unbox two. What is this craze all about? Well, apparently one of those K-pop singers, by the way, never understood K-pop either because like their music is terrible. Their performances are terrible, just in my opinion. I know there's a gazillion people who love them. Not me. Exactly, Joelle. They are the Beanie Babies of today. I just can't get into them. I love monsters and I love all scary things. And I also love when there's a twist, when something is scary, but also cute. So for me, Labubu works. Aesthetically, certain Labubus work, certain other Labubus don't work. And I like the lore and the story. But anyway. Oh, by the way, something that I really like before we get to it. I was at my local Target and look what I found. They're re-releasing the Thundercats. I love the Thundercats. And they made a new sculpt of Lion-O. This is by Super 7. This one is also kind of hard to find, but this one was just hanging there on the pegs. Oh man, this brings back memories. I love the Thundercats. Okay, now this is worth fighting for. Thundercats, ho! Exactly. Look at this Lion-O. Love the sculpt. So I got myself a Lion-O. The back of the card is beautiful. You can see all of the characters. Lion-O, Chitara, Snarf, Panthro, Tigra. Look at them. Wily Kid, Wily Cat. Well, where's Wily Kid and Wily Cat? And Mumra. This is the evil guy. This is Jaga. That's Jaga, by the way. Love this cartoon. So scary. Such a scary cartoon. This was amazing. Amazing. So the fact that they brought out a new Lion-O and the fact that you don't have to order him and do some strange things to get him, the fact that he's just available in a shop, such a dream come true. So anyway, I digress. So the first Labubu I got, and they're all, of course, blind bagged, so you don't know what you get until you unbox it. Lepetius says, wow, Thundercats, you can do pop toy merchandise reviews. I would subscribe. Lepetius, I do pop toy merchandise reviews on my Totally Dacob YouTube channel. Please go subscribe to me here on Totally Dacob. That's where I'm unboxing this as well. So here you go. So basically these were made famous because one of those chicks from one of those K-pop bands wore them. So this is a have a seat series of Labubus, plastic, fluffy, furry. So I'm like, oh, okay, so that's how they look like. This one has closed eyes. They do have a metal wire inside of their arms, so technically you can move their arms a little bit, you know. I do feel when I squish, I feel a metal wire. But yeah, there you go. I covered my bottom light so you get to see a little bit more of the color. This one is yellow and he's called Cici or she. Actually, Labubus are all girls. The quality is not the best. As you can see, they stitched around the paw here. It's not supposed to be stitched that way. But then they changed these tags to these kind of papery tags now. They used to be all nylon-y. They're manufacturing them in mass. So now you can be lucky to get them from a good factory, from a bad factory. The authentic ones, of course. This is authentic. And because they're overproducing them, you can get iffy quality from time to time. Alas, it is what it is. So this is Cici or Zizi with a yellow little thing here, which you can of course take off and just have the Labubu as a little toy. They do turn their head as well, so they do have some articulation on them. Now another interesting thing, this Kasing Lung is the guy who created them, and he said he got inspired by the Smurfs to create Labubus. How... Okay, so he's a guy, Asian guy, who created something inspired by the Smurfs. But you see, the Smurfs were all boys. They're all male. All the Smurfs are male, and they have a leader, Papa Smurf. Papa Smurf is just an older Smurf. He's also male. All the Smurfs were male until Gargamel. Gargamel wanted to infiltrate the Smurfs, and he wanted to create disruption amongst the Smurfs. So Gargamel created Smurfette. Smurfette was not a Smurf. She was never a Smurf. She was kind of an evil clone, okay? And then she became good later on. But Smurfette was not born a Smurf. She was never from the Smurf, they're not a race, the Smurf, whatever they are, animals. Okay, but now, so the guy in an interview states that he was inspired by the Smurfs to create these. But here's what he did. You see, he made them all women. Labubus, he says, Labubus are all female. Now you might say, Dacob, what's wrong with that? Female power. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the fact that Labubus are all girls. My problem is with him saying that he also made a leader of the Labubus called Zimomo, or Zimomo. Zimomo is bigger than Labubu, and Zimomo has a tail, and Zimomo is male. Zimomo is male, and he is the boss. He's the boss of all the girls. You see where the problem is? You see, the Smurfs were all male, and their leader was also male, but he was much older, wiser. He had experience. All the Smurfs looked up to him because he had wisdom and experience. The male Smurfs were following their elderly male leader of the clan. So this guy, Lung Ka-sing, who got inspired by the Smurfs as per his own interview to create Labubus, twisted it around and made Labubus girls, and they're all basically following what their leader, male Labubu, does. Mahora says, oh, so it's a harem. So I'm like, okay. They also come with these little cards, like character cards. So this is Zizi. There you go. Now the next one we're going to unbox. So they do come with this authenticity little thing. When you scratch this off and you put that number on their website, they will tell you if it's authentic or not. But once you scratch it off, you only get one type in to test your number, because once the number has been used, obviously, once the number has been revealed and used, it can be copied, right? So that's why they only authenticate once. But like I said, I was lucky enough to get these off of the Pop Mart website. So we're good. Here goes. I already opened these, you guys, so that's why I know what's in here. This one is actually really cute. First of all, I hate the closed eyes. They just cheap out by closing their eyes because they don't have to add the extra plastic. But anyway, this one is pink. And this one is called Dada. And no, this is on another level. Love the eyeballs with the hearts. And I love the teeth. I love how vicious she is. Okay, she's on another level of cute and dangerous. Yeah, no, this Labubu is a winner for me, okay? So I get it. Like, I love dangerous things that are cute. This one is like, look at the side eye. No, this one is like, uh-huh, uh-huh, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Nasty. Exactly, Stanley. Super nasty. We love it. So this one is super cute. And this one is made better than the other one because it still has the older tag in nylon, not that kind of paper-looking tag. So this one does have better symmetry and everything. It comes with a pink ring, not a yellow ring, because obviously their rings and the little tags are the same color as the Labubu itself. Look at it. It's like, yeah, baby. So they do have a logo on one paw etched in, and on the other paw they have a black light. You can see it reflecting a little bit. There you go. It's a Labubu profile. If you light it up with a black light, you're going to see it light up. So that's kind of, they have a ton of authenticity marks on them to authenticate them. And this one also has the proper arm knit stitch around the arm. There is no like extra stitch there. It's perfectly placed. Its little fur is done correctly. I mean, I want this one in big, but they don't make this one in big. So there you go. This is adorable, and I love the teeth. This is a piranha, okay? This one can eat you up alive. So anyway, those are the two Labubus I got. The yellow one and the pink one. And I can understand how they are cute and adorable, but there's problems with them. There's problems with them. One of them being how difficult they're making them, how unobtainable they're making them to most people. I don't find that cool at all. And another issue is that weird sexist thing. Like if he claims that he got inspired by the Smurfs, okay, by all means, be inspired by the Smurfs, but then don't make it worse than the Smurfs. Like, if you're gonna be inspired by the Smurfs, add something on top of the storyline of the Smurfs. Make it more advanced. Evolve the story of the Smurfs into something better. Instead, what you did, you devolved it into something worse. Now you have a bunch of girls that are all smaller than the man, and the man is the leader. The man tells them what to do. And the girls all oblige. So you devolved the story of the Smurfs. Now, another thing I find, my dirty mind maybe goes there, but my personal problem with these Labubus is the way that they stitched them up in that area. So every Labubu has this. I just want to say maybe they should have done that a little bit differently. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, I don't know. Through all that fur, we still have a camel toe. Let's just say he didn't need to tell me that they were girls, because like You see, and that's the problem. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. You cannot unsee it once you've seen it. So there you go. There you go. So of course I had to see what the Labubu craze was all about, and I had to dig into it and do some research. And of course I got my hands on one. I did the whole website refreshing, because they sell out in a second. I got lucky. I got me 2 boxes. Sue says, I live in Singapore. Labubu craze is out of control here. People spend hundreds of dollars to customize their Labubus. Dentists offer braces, and some beauty salons offer eyelash extensions for Labubu. And all because of this. So, Son of Summer says, the grin makes sense now, right? Like, it's like, he's like, come and get it. Woo! Thank you for watching. That's a Labubu unboxing you never thought you were going to see and review. But that's why you're here in the dungeon. Super Dacob, totally Dacob, pop culture channel, where reviews like these are word du jour, darling. We are very fashionable, even though we're ratchet. And crazes like these, please, Wicca, give these plastic bits of trash a couple of months, and that's all they're going to be. Forgotten. Still cute, though. Very cute. Very cute. But forgotten. Speaking of forgotten, anybody remembers the Cabbage Patch Kids? I rest my case. Let me know your thoughts and prayers down below. Thank you so much. Thumb up this video and subscribe. Bye. Yes, Kev, I would get more. To answer your question, yes, I would. Debbie says, nasty, I don't want one. I would get more. I think they're adorable. But here's the thing. I would get more, but not under these conditions. Like, they're just cute little plushies. They're cute little plushies, and for $15, $16, cute. But not if you have to wake up at 2 in the morning and stand in line fighting for dear life with some sneakerhead idiots for, 7 hours until they open the boutique or the shop, and then you get let in, and if they don't beat the hell out of you, then you get a chance to stand in line to buy one of these boxes. No. Yeah, Grace Loves Fashion says, I won't line up. If it's available online, it's fine. Exactly. I got this one online, so we're good. So Pop Mart online restocks them once or twice a week. You got to be lucky to be refreshed, to be on their website right when they restock. Terry says, yeah, the medium ones are $85, $279 for the Angel in the Skies version. Yeah. I have my original Cabbage Patch that was gifted to me as a teenager. I love Cabbage Patch Kids. Actually, I do have one in my archives. I could actually show you. Well, maybe next time, because it's covered up by T-shirts at the moment to protect it from dust. Polly Hesta says, I'll just wait to get them at Goodwill. Yeah. No, here's the thing. Joy Love CC, you can get them authenticated, of course. There are already authenticators out there asking for a ton of money to get them to authenticate them for you. Anyway. But one thing I really, really like, it's that retarded song that they sing. I really like the song, and it's like really, I mean, it burns your brain cells. Like, It really burns the brain cells. It's just it's a Labubu song, and I can't sing it because it's copywritten probably. But they're just basically saying la boo la boo la boo la boo ba boo 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 la boo boo boo. I mean, like it's crazy. It's insanity. It's insanity. And you're sitting there listening to it, and you're like, yeah, this actually makes sense. And you're like, oh yeah, this makes sense. Furby's from the 90s, kind of. Yeah. Yeah, that's the vibe it's giving. So anyway, I'm trying to. Yeah, there's a Labubu song. There is no cartoon. Not yet. Sounds perfect for Eurovision. Oh my God, the shade. Yes, it actually is perfect for Eurovision. Sorry, I was just packing these away because they were annoying me here now. So I went there, researched that. Hi, Blue Egyptian Lotus. Hi, Fashion Bunker. Happy to catch a live with y'all all this morning. Hey, sweetie. Sounds like a cult song, brainwashing. Yeah, Holy Grace. Yeah, in the best of ways. Um, Tian Tracy says, I just got the purple Wings of Fortune one with the gold outfit and the gourd bag on tonight's online drop. You see, I missed it. How did you get that? What time was the online drop? Because like they were all gone. Let me check. Yeah, no, it makes me so angry. They're not making enough on purpose. It's even worse than Hermes because with Hermes, you know you're not going to buy a Birkin online. Hermes is not going to drop a Birkin on their website, okay? They're just not, period. Okay? Hi, Antonio. No, I got nothing from their restock on their website. Nothing. Yeah, but like what time TNT, Racy? And that's another issue I have because the sneaker shops, those assholes, okay, they have bots, they develop their own bots. You have to pay the sneaker shops to use their bots to be able to access a Labubu drop when they drop on their website. I find that criminal. I find that criminal. Criminal. Thank you, Phoenix Mom. Dacob, you give the Bram Stoker's Dracula with this background. Well, you know, medieval times, baby. I hate the sneaker game too, Kev. Hate it. And then they charge you because the sneakerheads that develop the bots, they buy up all this shit. And then they sell it to you for an up price. If you want to buy a Labubu from the sneakerheads, it's like double or triple the price. Or if you want to use a bot developed by these assholes, you're going to have to pay more, and then you're going to access the drop on the Pop Mart website. This should be criminal. 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 I got it 9 p.m. Central Time. Okay. Thank you, TN Tracy. What's 9 p.m. Central Time? Oh, 6 p.m. Wait, what's Central? Oh, God, I don't know. So that's 6 p.m., right? Pacific, 6 p.m. Yeah, that's roundabout when I saw them selling out. I was too late to the game. Like 5:30, I think they started to restock them or something. Oh, 9. So 7. No, there was nothing at 7. I checked. Collectors will collect, but the bots take over for eBay resale. No, it's terrible, terrible. Kev says, same thing with restaurant reservations these days. Really? I mean, if you, but then again, who wants to go to a fancy schmancy restaurant, you know? Like, I get it. Maybe you need to for some event, and so it's difficult to get a reservation because they're all gone immediately. Holly Grace says, I'll just never understand the absolute insanity in chasing down something everyone wants. It's part of human nature. It's part of literally human nature. Belonging to something. to me, it's a very fascinating experiment, and it's also very fascinating to analyze and study these things and these motions, tendencies, these, what's the right word? I'm looking for the right word. To analyze these currents. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say, currents. No, Polyhesta, we cannot get to McDonald's these days. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning, Fashion Bunker Dungeon. Dacob, my love, so happy to see you back. Thank you, sweetie. Welcome back. American Reader says, is the Labubu craze a symptom of what is ailing luxury brands? Focus on exclusivity and rarity and not on substance and class as an accent to dignity? I know, American Reader, that's way too fancy the way you described it. It's much more simple than that. It's not a symptom of what is ailing luxury brands. No, the Labubu craze is nothing new, American Reader. The Labubu craze is a craze that we have in regular intervals from different brands, pop culture brands. Like I said, the Cabbage Patch Kids, like you guys said in the chat, the Beanie Babies, Funko Pops. They all have a moment in time, or like you guys said in the chat with Target, the Stanley Cup, or we also got this, the miniature Trader Joe bags. These people were hitting each other for these bags. Hitting each other for these bags. Now, you're like, why the hell do you have one? I just walked into a Trader Joe's randomly after they released all of them, and I think they were hiding a few in the back. And the lady that was standing there, the sales lady, looked at me. She's like, do you want one? It's like, okay. And I bought one. So I didn't have to fight for it or nothing. Now I have it here as an example of a crazy craze. Just like I have the Labubus. I want to make a whole, maybe one day I'll work on that and create like a shelf system behind me if I get a bigger studio, so I can just turn the camera to that and have a shelf with all of, like how they have in horror movies like Annabelle. There's that house where the husband and wife that are cleansing haunted, possessed objects from demons and stuff. And then the objects that they cleanse, they bring them to their attic and they lock them off. And they have a huge collection of all of these haunted dolls and stuff. I should make like a shelf with all of these pop FOMO craze items and just put them all on the shelf. Labubus, the miniature Trader Joe's bag, Funko Pops, the Cabbage Patch Kids, Beanie Babies, the Warrens, right, Evian? The Warrens, thank you. Teddy Ruxpin, yeah. Oh, Tickle Me Elmo, that one was crazy. Furby, like the first Furbies that were released, people were going crazy for the Furbies. The Tamagotchi, exactly, like all of those items placed on a shelf and have them just there next to each other's and with a different time date, like the year in which every one of these things was the Stanley Cup, and have them all next to each other or underneath each other on the shelf and just look at it and look at that plastic and metal and be like, oh, so this is it. These things managed to penetrate for whatever reason, managed to penetrate the wall of banal and enter into that sphere of viral. The same thing, like how does something go viral? Certain videos you post on Instagram or TikTok, they go viral while most other things never go viral. A little bit like the Hunger Games, where they say, may the odds be ever in your favor. one person can make it to the top, but the rest are going to lose inevitably. Now, why does a certain video go viral? Maybe the algorithm helps. Maybe the amount of comments per views helps. Maybe the amount of times it gets shared by users helps. But when it comes to products going viral, yeah, you need a little bit of luck for sure. But most importantly, you need a really good marketing team that's going to pay the right people to show off your product on social media or on television. You're going to need that, demographic, and you're going to need a good marketing team, and then things go viral. The pogo ball. Do you remember the pogo ball? How did the song go? Pogo ball is what they call it. Pogo. Oh man, what was the song of the pogo ball? That's not very melodic. Pogo ball is what they call it. No, the pogo ball was one ball, but it was two balls in one, and the upper ball was a little bit smaller than the lower ball, and there was a plastic ring around it. It almost looked like the ring around Saturn. And then you would step on it with your feet, you would hold the upper ball, and you would bounce. Let me Google it. Anyway, congratulations for getting the purple Labubu, by the way. You're so lucky, because I do not have that luck ever. Did you use one of the bots, though? Did you pay for one of the bots? Oh my God, they're still making purple bots? Ah, Francesca, thank you so much, sweetie.
Francesca donated $5. Feel better, Dacob. Thanks for your hard work.
Thank you so much, Francesca. There she is. Isn't this fabulous? Look at us. I can't believe they still make pogo balls. Ah, it's out of stock, though. And of course I find the green one, which I can't show on this freaking green screen. Hold on, let me do the orange one. That's a pogo ball. So you put 1 foot here, 1 foot there, you squish the ball and you bounce. Ah, Nat says my sister had one. There you go. Strawberry, thank you so much. I love your background, Dacob. Sanrio has always been so expensive to import it from Japan. I always window shopped as a kid. So no Hello Kitty for you, basically, is what you're saying. I currently have a Chanel shopping bag in my kitchen and using it as a bin. That's fabulous. Monchichis, yeah, they had a phase when they were like super popular, but like when they were first released, they weren't. Oh, but Monchichis look like Labubus a little bit. Also, coincidentally, the rare Labubus, the secret Labubus, the ones that are rare to find, are all brown, just like the Monchichi. Coincidence? I think not. But Blythe dolls in the 70s, also huge thing. There you go. So, Linda, I hear them coming. I gotta run. Pray for me that I can hide, that they don't find me as I battle my way up to the upper levels and reconquer my own castle. It might take a while in these medieval ages and times we're living in, but for now I must run and hide as I build my army to come back triumphant again. Thank you so much for watching. Bubbles, quickly say thank you to the mods.
A special thanks to the mods in the fashion
We'll go next. Hit it. Oh, before we hit it. The purple one was in my Pop Mart cart as out of stock since last week. Since I was too late to check out last week, today I kept refreshing my cart, and when they restocked, I checked out ASAP. Oh my God, Tracy, I understand now. That's how I got my two Labubus. I managed to place them into the cart, and then they sold out, but I kept refreshing, and I think somebody else couldn't pay, and so their Labubus went back into stock, and so I got them. Because they were like out of stock, but they were in my cart. I kept refreshing, and then all of a sudden they were back in my cart. Then I clicked on pay, and then I got them. Yeah, that T and Tracy, but you were lucky that you managed last week to at least place it in your cart. That's good to know. Thank you guys so much. We'll go next. Hurt myself from this fucking water. Charlie, you're gonna get sued. Listen, Linda, we're gonna sue Charlie. Hit it.
Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda.
Hey, Labubu. Hey, Mr. Labubu, are we gonna wear you as a bag charm? Hell no. They get dirty immediately. They're so fanatic about these Labubus that now they, Etsy and Co., they make plastic shells to cover them. It's like a full plastic box in the shape of a Labubu that you put the Labubu in so it doesn't get dirty as you're wearing it attached to your Birkin. We'll go. We're living ferret.
I'm living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret.
I'm on a diet currently, but from time to time, hashtag not sponsored, I can have dark chocolate and a bit of cherries. And I found at Trader Joe's, again, not sponsored, but I found these are really good. And I've had them last year as well. And then I stopped eating them. And now I'm back on the dark chocolate covered cherries. I'm gonna eat one. Dark chocolate. You guys, carbs are relatively low. It's dark chocolate. There's almost no sugar. 0 sodium. There's no salt in this. So it's great for a low sodium diet. 0 cholesterol. What am I talking? Here, take a screenshot. It'll last longer. Look at that. Look at that. Unsweetened chocolate processed with alkali. Sugar, cocoa butter, cocoa powder, milk fat, soy lecithin, emulsifier, natural vanilla flavor, dried tart cherries, sugar, sunflower oil, corn dextrin, confectioner's shellac. The shellac is actually an insect. These are really good, y'all. Really good. And they taste good. They're a little bit bitter, but the cherries, they have those bitter cherries inside, like the dark bitter cherries. Child, let me take another one. For science, you understand. I'm going to bite into one so you can see how it is on the inside. That's the cherry covered in chocolate. There you go. Please and Frungami says, Trader Joe's, you said. I'll have to find those for my dad. Yep, Trader Joe's, here you go. Not sponsored, but I should be. Kev says I need to buy in bulk. We're dying, ferret.
Dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret.
This is our Middle Ages snack. The snack of the Middle Ages, darling. We are our best.
I am obsessed. I am obsessed. I am obsessed. Oh.
Period. No, yeah. I need some sugar. Some sugar when we're live streaming and I'm talking a lot and focusing a lot, you know. You need a quick sugar fix from time to time because the brain really requires it. And I know you could have, you know, a lot of people say, oh, but, you know, nuts are also good brain food. I'm allergic. I can't do nuts. So there's that. Ah, in the bunker, in the medieval bunker, where's Baby Yoda? Baby Yoda? Baby Yoda? Baby Yoda? But you have a whole... It doesn't fit like that, baby. Okay. baby Yoda. Yes, 'tis I, Baby Yoda, the witch, the medieval witch of the bunker, Baby Yoda. Uh-huh. How bougie. How bougie with your little witch hat. Yeah, you are that witch in the Middle Ages. We're gonna go through this terrible time together. Yeah, hit it, Bubbles.
Ciao, 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 ciao. Ciao, 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 ciao. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Ciao.
The hat is bigger than Baby Yoda. So why did you want that hat of all hats? Where are you going? No, don't get the axe. Stop it. Oh, God. He took the axe. He wants to axe Chucky. What do you want to axe, Chucky? See what I did there? Hi, Rich Mitch. Bebe Yoda, Bebe Yoda, Bebe Yoda, Bebe Yoda. That's the one. Whew. Okay. I hope you had fun today. And I hope to see you all in the next live stream on the weekend. If you are a Tier 2 member and Tier 2 patron or you get access to the pre-show, which is a live stream before the main show. And we're going to talk some stuff, including health issues and all that, you know, blah, blah, blah. And the gossip, the good old gossip of what had happened in these past 2 weeks. Love you loads. Have a wonderful rest of your week. I'll see you all in the dungeon. The medieval dungeon next time. Until then, never forget to never give up on love. Bye.